Faith in you. We followed it wherever you may lead us. And then we discovered we reminded us of our strength. You showed us the way to new skills. You fortified the belief in ourselves. You calmed us, and in that calmness, a new year dawns upon us. We renew our faith in you. We surrender our trust that you will be by our side. And while the path towards our goals may not always be clear, we will listen to your voice to show us the way. On this journey, you fill us with much peace. Thank you, dear God. Amen. You've been told it is there. You've been given precise directions, and yet you can't see them. And with much enthusiasm, I'm excited by the sight of a majestic goal, scaling almost untold rewards and recognition to reach its summit. With a tantalizing goal, yet your attempts to scale it proved harder than you thought, stumbling along the way, losing your way, let down by the pressure, blindsided by rejection of your efforts, burdened by your failure to make an impression. More barriers emerging in place of excitement or procrastination, desperation, and then dejection. But now, around you, fellow climbers never gave up, undeterred by the growing challenges thrown their way. They shifted courses, plotted new ways, learned new skills, and worked like they never have before. From where you stood, you watched as they scaled higher and higher. Stumbling, yes, but always rising from every fall. Rejected, yes, but finding greater resolve in each rejection. Losing their way, yes, but finding their way back on the trail of success. Milestone after milestone, they achieved, gaining respect and recognition along the way. Their energy reserves constantly replenished by persistency and consistency. You realized that at the heart of their success was a simple yet powerful and timeless idea: never quit. So you picked yourself up. Dust off the remains of feeling sorry for yourself. Draw inspiration from others. That impossible is just a mindset. Fortify your strengths as you learn new skill sets. Then say to yourself, this 2021, I will scale new heights. It is there, that mountain of a goal. Never lose sight of it. Step out of your comfort zone. Of course, the trek will not be easy, but of course, the rewards will be immeasurable. A stable income, enriching experiences, rejuvenating rewards, and best of all, working with others to achieve our common goal: to be the healthiest family on earth. This is the journey you will take with USANA. As you take each step, as you scale new heights, remind yourself of this: it is worth it. You and USANA have infinite reasons to celebrate this 2021. Unprecedented growth, unbelievable success, and best of all, A discovery that you can be the best that you can be. This is the USANA Way. Welcome to the 2021 USANA Grand Celebration, a festival of all the wonderful things that make USANA the healthiest family on earth. Your host for today is perfect, for he embodies that can-do spirit that resides in each of you. A success in multiple platforms, he has harnessed not only his skills, but more importantly, his unshakable belief in the power of positive thinking. Best known for being a motoring journalist, he has since made a name for himself as an events host, journalist, motivational speaker, social media influencer, CNN Philippines TV host, and most impressively, an advocate for road safety. It's time you sent him your virtual applause on our comment box, Mr. James Deacon.
Good morning, you top of the morning from the top of the world, even if you're there and I'm over here. Oh boy, can I still feel all that strong energy from you, even if it's a little bit virtual. Don't worry, we're going to make it real soon. Now, thousands of you are logged in and keyed up to what promises to be yet another one of those outstanding USANA events. And if I have anything to do with it, this is going to be the best one yet. Now, there is one word that best describes each and every one of you. And you know what that is? Unstoppable. That's right. Because, well, hey, look, if a pandemic can't stop you from over 5 billion pesos in sales for the year, what can, right? Even for those who fear technologies, you transformed yourselves into techies almost overnight. No longer are you using your devices to message, watch Netflix, or just browse. You guys are using them to make yourselves rich. Now, that's what I find very, very impressive. I could even learn a thing or two from you guys. So I wonder if you are already unstoppable and you're already on your way to untold riches here at USANA, then what else can we offer you today in this grand celebration? Well, apparently, quite a lot. You're going to be hearing from your USANA leaders who simply have no words to express how proud they are of what USANA Philippines has achieved. Now imagine that. The Philippines, the fun capital of the world. You've done yourselves and our country proud, guys. And you should be filling up our comment box right now with the words proud to be Filipino or Pinoy pride. I don't mind. Any way you put it, just so show some Philippine pride in the comments box right now. Okay? Now, you know why you're here. Logged in, probably taking notes. You're here because you know that you have got to scale new heights again and again. Remember, success is not owned, it's rented, and that rent is due every single day. Now, to rank advance, to put in your pocket those amazing commissions, to earn those incentives, but really, you and I, we both know you're here because you, to scale new heights, you have to keep on learning and motivating yourselves. And for that, I want you to know that I am so impressed by what you have achieved and what you intend to achieve this 2021. For USANA, there ain't no mountain high enough, right? You've scaled some impressive mountains in 2020, right? Well, there's no need to be modest about it. Against all odds, and even in quarantine, you guys rocked it. I mean, with you, every step of the way, your discovery on ways to beat those odds was your leadership team. They never stopped believing in you. They found ways and means to get you what you needed, even in the most difficult circumstances. And you know why? Because you are family. Family always comes first, right? And one of your fiercest believers is so eager to welcome you all to this grand celebration. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on it. Here she is, your best friend at USANA, and what a beautiful, smart best friend she is. Your general manager, give it up for Miss Sherry Amping.
We all have to start somewhere. In fact, if you think about it, in all that we do, we all started from the same place, at the bottom. Ganun talaga yun, di ba? We had to learn new things. We had to have a goal for ourselves. We needed gentle encouragement every now and then. And of course, we just did what needed to be done, one step at a time. Every single one that reached the summit of a mountain had to start from the bottom, right? So we took our first steps up our own mountains. We all have different goals in life. At the beginning of our careers, it is, of course, more modest. Just like your career here at Usana, well, you had great expectations. You also knew to keep it realistic. In the last few months, especially who were just beginning with Usana, scaling new heights must have been just a dream. We learned a lot. We also failed a lot. Rejections made us feel so low, and then the pandemic hit. You worried about what to do. Stuck at home, you had to learn new things, you had to learn a lot of new ways of doing things. Your devices became your lifelines. For many of you, it was like beginning all over again in your Usana business. But guess what? You not only survived, you thrived. You discovered that Usana was truly an online business. So you climb a bit higher towards your goals. After getting used to the new normal, you left that sense of complacency behind and saw your path towards higher goals. Like the best mountain climbers, you prepared, strengthened your resolve, and said to yourself, I want to be the best that I can be. You also realized that as you scaled new heights, with you was your most supportive cheerleaders, your upline diamond directors, and your Usana corporate team. We also need to adjust, learn new things, and realign our strategies to meet the changes in your situation. Together, we practically live on Zoom, right? My team almost lost their voices. Nako, kung alam nyo lang po, talking from one Zoom meeting to the next, we remained more connected with each other and we lifted each of our spirits. And here we are, higher than we've ever been with over 5 billion sales achieved in 2020. But we know that we need to scale even greater heights and we will climb that mountain together. This 2021, there will still be many challenges. We have to accept that. But we also know that if we manage to weather the storms of 2020, why should we be afraid? We have each other, we have the support of your team members, and you have, of course, the best equipment to help you get to the summit, which is Usana's world-class products, di ba? Agree ba kayo dyan? And as you have seen, COVID-19 did not stop Usana from maintaining its excellence. It continues to find new ways to help realize our dream of creating the healthiest family on earth for ourselves, our families, and our customers. Together with these products, we will have the courage to climb even higher. As you climb higher, the view gets better. You know who realizes this best? Our diamond directors. Every skilled climber knows that as you climb higher, you need to be more skillful. Tama, di ba? You need to have more courage and you need to think and feel like a leader. In this new year, as we scale greater heights, we will look to our diamond directors for inspiration and influence. I am sure we will not be disappointed as they mentor new leaders, venture to new markets, and be the aspirational figures for those in their teams. With their support, I have no doubt that Usana Philippines will indeed scale greater heights this 2021 with more local recognition and regional accolades. We should never stop scaling greater heights. We must climb higher and higher for unstoppable growth. As we climb higher and higher, both in our individual goals as well as our shared corporate goals, I ask that you equip yourselves with our corporate values of integrity, excellence, community, and health. Trust me, if you can back yourselves to those core values, you will never lose your way. Navigate yourself with a sense of professionalism. In turn, as our goals appear closer and closer, what I can promise you is that we will also be driven by innovation, provide you with exciting new products, ever improving customer experience, and unfailing leadership. I have no doubt that we will reach the summit together. The view will be amazing. Together, let us work hard to scale new heights this 2021.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Cherry Ampig. Now, if I was looking for someone inspiring, then she would be your general manager. She strikes me as someone who is always ready to lend an ear and to give advice that's well-meaning and to steer you in the right direction. Well, that's her to a T. And there are so many more in USANI leadership who strive to give all that you need to succeed. Your success is their success and vice versa. Now, next on our list is someone who has lived your dream, working hard, figuring out the best route, embraced serendipity to find him in the best place ever to be in a position to change lives. And his own life story is one of change. Music has and still is at the heart of his life, though not the way you might think. Though he still finds time to play music with his own band, he has used the discipline and rhythm of music to chart his own career path. From founding a video production company to creating Usana Studios, he has found his way to leading the company today as chairman and chief executive officer. As a young man, he dreamed of becoming a rock star, and while he may not be turning out #1 hits on Spotify, it is his ear for what works and what sounds just right that's made him sensitive to what people really want. Well, you can say he's made it to his own Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Give him a listen, and you'll agree that you'll have to have him on heavy rotation as an inspiring leader. He's another one of your best friends at USANA. He is your Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Kevin Guest.
Hello, my friends and USANA family in the Philippines. Welcome to the 2021 Grand Celebration. It's a pleasure for me to be a part of this celebration. I wish I could be there in person, hopefully soon, but for now, a short video message will have to do. First of all, I want to thank all of you for a great 2020. Record growth and performance in the Philippines. You all have really taken the vision of this company to a completely different level, and I really appreciate all of the hard work that you all have done. Many of you will be recognized at this event, and recognition is so important. And I want to recognize you for your hard work. Just great. You're the shining example for USANA all over the world. And so thank you for that. I also want to thank Cherry for the great job that her and her staff is doing there. Just incredible again. So thank you so much for that. I think it's an appropriate theme that you have today for your event, which is scaling new heights. And you're going to have to do that this year if you want to either maintain or supersede what you've done this last year. And it will cause you to scale new heights. Some of you to go places where you've never been before. By way of introduction, for all of the new people there at this event who I have never met, because we have thousands of new people in the Philippines, I am a family man. I was born and raised in Montana, actually on a lake, and grew up skiing and playing on the lake and then playing in the snow in the winter, which I still do. But also I grew up as a musician, loving to play music. And again, to this day, I'm still playing music. And I look forward to coming in person and playing music for all of you in the future as we celebrate in the years to come. Because the Philippines is such a musical place, and you all love music so much. It's always fun to come there and play music. So that will be coming one of these days. And I'm a family man. I've been married 37 years. I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls, and I have 7 grandchildren. So I'm in grandpa mode, which is awesome. And as I've thought about the different stages of my life, I've had different things that have motivated me as I have grown and tried to develop into the person that I would like to be. And that's very similar to the USANA journey. When you're first born, so to speak, into USANA, and as you grow and mature in your USANA business, the reason you're doing this business will change. It just does, because your situation in life will change. I remember several years ago, I was with one of the top leaders in the Philippines on a trip. And we sat and talked, and he and his wife asked me, what can we do to stay motivated? Because although we were highly motivated when we first joined, we've accomplished all of our goals. And so I asked them the question, well, when you first signed up in USANA, what were some of your goals? And he said, well, our goal was to have our own home. Another goal was to be able to have a place where either my mom could live or we could afford to buy a house. Another goal was just to own a car. And so when I was sitting there talking to this leader in the Philippines, I knew that they had several cars. They had a brand new, beautiful home, and they'd already achieved those goals. And so what was motivating them to soar to new heights and to scale to new heights? And so we talked about their why. What is motivating them now? And it came to, they were at a point where they had achieved financially a lot of personal goals, and that they wanted to give back and find ways to give and help others achieve their goals. And so as we talked about that and they identified their why, I saw, as I watched their business throughout the year and in the years since, they've continued to grow because they've readjusted their why based upon the perspective where they're at now, not where they were when they first started in USANA. So you think about perspective, it's a very, very unique topic to speak about, especially scaling new heights. There's a mountain range in Montana that I love to climb every year. My brother and I, it's a date that we have set every year to go climb this mountain peak. And when I was younger, I could just cruise up the mountain, hardly break sweat and hard breathing and everything, and it was really easy. But for today, that exact same mountain is very difficult for me to climb. I have to stop along the way. It takes much longer, and it's much more effort, even though it is the same mountain. And I would ask you to think about that in your own life. There are things you've done and you did early on that were easy. You were very excited, you were very motivated, but today they might be more difficult. And so the issue is, as you think about that from your perspective, you have to be committed. For me, if I'm going to climb that mountain and I don't have the commitment to do it, it would be very easy to stop or just be happy with going part way instead of going all the way to the top. And so when you think about your perspective, also when you're new, the perspective of the top of the mountain looks much different than those who have been there several times. And getting there is a much different experience. And you have to recognize that it's not going to always be the same experience, although it's the same mountain you're trying to climb to scale these new heights. And so I challenge you to think about, what is your commitment level? Because if it's just a mediocre commitment, or, I've done that, I've already achieved gold director, I'm already in the $1 Million Club, whatever it might be, it would be very easy to rationalize stopping or expecting it to be the same as it was the first time you tried to reach that mountain peak. So as you think about your commitment, there's something very important to making commitments and setting goals. And one of the things I would encourage you to do is share your goals and your commitments with others, people that you trust, that you love, people who are on your team, and ask people to help hold you accountable. I have several goals that I've set this year, and I have accountability buddies that help me and help me reach different heights for me personally. And I would encourage you to do the same. Who is your accountability buddy? Probably somebody on your team. Maybe it's the person who enrolled you. Maybe you don't have someone like that, and you need to go to the USANA staff to have them help you in that direction. So as you think about scaling new heights, I encourage you to think of your perspective. That perspective will change. Know your why. Know why you're doing it, and know that that is going to change also. And then set goals and share those goals with others. I congratulate you on your great success. I congratulate you on what we're accomplishing in the Philippines. USANA has never been in a better place globally, and USANA as a company is going to continue to scale new heights along with all of you in the Philippines.
Thanks, Kevin, and I envy you guys. You guys don't have just bosses. You guys have cheerleaders. That's right. Because they not only want you to succeed, they want you to exceed all expectations. And that, well, that's awesome. And speaking of awesome, that's the best description for the impressive lineup of USANA products. Awesome. Now, so many independent findings point to USANA's products as among the very best. And it can only get better from there. Relentless research and top-of-the-line product innovation continues. We won't be surprised about that, though, right? Inspired by the vision of your founder, Dr. Myron Wentz, your team of scientists at USANA are scaling their own new heights every single day. And you know what? There's more, a lot more. The next friend you're going to hear from knows what he's talking about. Of course, he knows what he's talking about. He's got impressive academic credentials, beginning with a doctorate in natural science in plant sciences from the Arizona State University and several postgraduate courses from Harvard University, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. I'm just feeling like an underachiever just by saying all that because it's truly impressive, right? And he's had 25 years of experience in life sciences, chemistry, biotechnology, and nutrition, with 18 of those years in the nutritional supplement industry. Woo, nosebleed. Just saying all of that, there's just so much there, but I think it's best if we hear what USANA has in store for you this 2020, right? Listen well and be excited, for USANA is going to be even more exciting this 2020-21. That's just 2021. Let's hear it for Dr. Rob Sinnott, USANA's Chief Scientific Officer.
Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Rob Sinnott. I'm coming to you from Park City, Utah. I wish I could be at your event. It sounds like such an exciting event. The events in the Philippines are always fantastic. And so I want to congratulate you on your event called Scaling New Heights. And I think that's an important theme that we should all think about, because it's very important for people to always reach forward. Even if you're doing well, if you're successful, you should always be striving for more. And that's what we do at USANA. We've got almost a 30-year history of producing the world's best nutrients. But we never stop at that. We always want to keep moving forward. So today I want to share with you a little bit about what goes into making USANA products, creating USANA products, and then give you a glimpse of the future of USANA products. So that's me. I'm Dr. Rob Sinnott. I'm your Chief Scientific Officer. I'm proud to be with USANA, and I'm proud to be sharing this presentation with you. We're going to talk a little bit about the future of USANA products. And I'll share with you some details about what you can expect over the next 5 years. because I'm sure you're very excited about this and you want to know, is USANA always going to maintain quality? Do we have a plan for the future? And the answer to all that is yes. We will never compromise our principles or quality, and we do have plenty of plans for the future. The whole company is based on Dr. Wentz's vision, having a world that's free from pain and suffering. And as a microbiologist and immunologist, he was very good about growing cells in culture. And he realized that when he grows human cells in culture, they had to be provided with all the nutrition that they needed, vitamins, minerals, all these cofactors, in order for them to be healthy and thrive. And he decided to apply that to human nutrition and produce the world's very best nutritional products. So USANA was founded by Dr. Wentz in 1992 to manufacture pharmaceutical grade supplements, which really didn't exist at the time. He also insisted that the products work with the required nutrients, things like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, cofactors, that will help the cells stay healthy. So he realized that having healthy cells meant that you would have a healthy body. And that's the principle behind USANA, is keeping your cells healthy. So USANA has many differences. What are these? Well, we've been always committed to developing and providing the highest quality science-based supplements. And that's saying a lot. When we say highest quality, our products are fairly expensive because we only use the very best ingredients. But we put a lot of science and design behind our products to make sure that they perform in the body to the level of expectation. So USANA products are actually a great value because you get so much benefit for such a nice price. USANA is backed by science. We don't just say this. We have 4 research and development laboratories at USANA headquarters. And they all do different things, from testing ingredients, monitoring manufacturing, looking into the new products of the future, looking at ingredients that we're considering for future technology. We have lots of scientists. In the world, we have almost 100 scientists and technicians that work for USANA globally. Research and development has continued full speed at USANA. So even during this pandemic situation, we've never shut down the office. We're always up and operating. We do wear masks and we maintain social distancing during meetings. But for example, this was a meeting that took place this summer in one of the R&D conference rooms. And Dr. Oz came down from New York City to meet with us and to exchange ideas, brainstorm on some of the products of the future. And this is our scientific team, part of our marketing team, meeting with Dr. Oz. And we do this regularly to make sure that we're developing the best products for the future. We also depend on using the highest quality materials that we can possibly source. We're always on the lookout for ingredients. We're always checking our ingredients, even when we get ingredients from vendors that we worked with for decades. We always check them because you never know. There could be a slip up, there could be a manufacturing defect, and we want to catch that before it goes into our USANA products. Our formulas are first rate, you know that from your experience, but USANA is known for our tremendous scientifically backed formulations. Our manufacturing skills that we've acquired over 30 years are the best in the world. We win awards for that all the time. And then we're always looking for continuous improvement in the way that we manufacture, the way that we control things. An example of that is we just added a very expensive food manufacturing plant to the USANA facility. And that was in order for us to go into healthy foods and be able to control all of the production, the ingredients, to the same level that we do for our dietary supplements. Our products are science-based. Our formulas are always based on published clinical and epidemiological studies. We do our own in-house research. We do extensive ingredient comparison when we're thinking about using a new ingredient. We go out and we find multiple sources of that ingredient and we test them rigorously to find out which is truly the best in the world. A lot of our products we put through bioavailability studies to prove that the products are actually absorbed in the body. We do clinical evaluations on a lot of our flagship products to make sure that they're performing exactly like we expect them to. And then We also publish, USANA is one of the leaders in publishing our data in clinical and research papers in third-party journals, because we realize that's important to share our knowledge, you know, for not only our customers, but also the regulatory agencies out there, the government officials that are looking at USANA. We want them to know that we are the good guys. We're the people that produce very good quality science. So let's talk a little bit about new product development. This is very important to USANA. It's a constant process. So this is a map of the product development process, a very high level map of what we do. Every product starts off as an idea during the ideation phase. And ideas can come in from a lot of different places. They can come in from R&D. You know, we find a new technology at a conference or a trade show. Marketing has ideas, new product ideas. And then also the local markets, you know, the Philippines, Singapore, Canada, they all have their ideas for new products and they bring them forward to us. We do what's called an ideation spec, where we spec out the product. We look at who are the target consumers, you know, what is the R&D, what's the technical information behind this. And then it moves through several gates and we decide which of these are the leading candidates for development in the future. And from there, the products move into what's called the R&D design space. And R&D design space is all the research laboratories that we have at USANA. Plus, we also partner with several universities around the world too, to do collaborative research with them. And we develop these ideas. We develop preliminary formulas on paper first. Then we start developing prototype formulas in our prototyping laboratory. We put them through all stages of testing. When we find formulas that we think are feasible, we'll put them through what's called pilot formula development, where things like that. And that's all done within the R&D design space. And then the product will either move forward towards launch, or if it's a good idea, but we just don't have the bandwidth to launch it, we'll put it down in the R&D pantry so that we can use it later. Once the products get a commitment, they'll move through the scoping, creation, and commercialization phases, which lead toward product launch. And in scoping, we start gauging the market interest. You know, is the Philippines interested in this? Is Thailand interested in this? Is Canada interested in this? We start developing forecasting for the products. How much of it will we need? You know, what would the pricing be? We develop a preliminary timeline. We start developing the launch plan. And then it moves to creation phase, where we go into a lot more detail on the scoping phase, but then we also start registering the products around the world for regulatory agencies and such. And we start setting launch dates based on, you know, when the products will be registered. And then we move to the commercialization phase. This is where we start producing the products in quantity. We're procuring the ingredients in large quantity. And then we're also deploying the product around the world into warehouses so that it will be stationed for launch when we're ready to launch the products. And then we proudly launch the products. And this is the greatest moment, is when we launch products, but there's so much work behind that. The launch is just the easy part that comes at the end. So I'll share with you a little bit about, you know, what the plan is for USANA for the 5-year future. We do have a 5-year detailed product development plan. I can't share the details with you, but I can share with you the major themes that we're developing for each year. So in 2021, it's going to be all about active nutrition. If you haven't heard anything about this yet, you're going to be hearing a lot about it this year in 2021. It's amazing technology. It gives so many options for people to improve their health. This is going to be a major thing for USANA. I really think this is going to move our business forward very significantly. 2022 is all about microbiome. So in addition to cellular health, we realize that the health of the microbiome in the body is very important for maintaining people's health, giving them maximum longevity, things like that. And so we committed to be a leader in microbiome, and you're going to see that coming to fruition in 2022, where there will be a whole range of microbiome-based products that will be targeted towards improving people's health. 2023 is all about versioning and delivery. Versioning is about producing different price points of USANA products because we're looking at customer acquisition, and we have found through some test marketing that having some low price offerings really helps with initial customer acquisition for people that can't afford USANA's top of the line supplements right at the beginning, to introduce them to our products. And then also delivery, we're looking at new delivery forms. You know, rather than everything that we produce being a tablet or a pill, we're looking at gummies, we're looking at liquids, we're looking at chewable delivery forms, things that you could sprinkle on your food. You know, things, different ways of getting nutrition so people don't have to be swallowing so many tablets. 2024 is all about family health. You know, we're going to be introducing a whole range of products for women's health, children's health, infant health, for men's, new products for men's health. So there's a whole range of things here that you're going to see a whole bunch of whole new products that are aimed at servicing the needs of the entire family. And then in 2025, we're scoping right now what we see as a high performance series. So these are products that would be appropriate for athletes and people that are looking at improving their endurance, their performance, and their longevity. And so we think that this is going to be a great opportunity. I can't give you any more detail on these yet because it's not public, but these are the major themes that we're working forward to. So I hope you're excited by what you see and what you heard. I'm excited. I'm excited every day. I love working for USANA. Honestly, if they didn't even pay me, I would still be here doing this because I just love it so much. And the impact that we're having on people's health makes everything all worthwhile. So thank you so much. Enjoy your event, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Bye now.
It's what I call an impressive presentation. And I think the scientific team at USANA is inspired by the mountains found in Salt Lake City, I guess. They do scale new heights each and every time. And this 2021, all of you get the benefit from all of that scaling. And speaking of scaling new heights, even during this most challenging of times, the last several months, almost the whole of 2020, if you come to think of it, many of you managed to reach different summits to rank advance. Now, as I understand it, rank advancement in USANA is a very big deal. For a racing enthusiast like me, it's like a race car driver aspiring, I guess, to be F1, the pinnacle, right? But before that, he must go for the lower circuits, you know, like go-karts and stuff like that, just to be able to get that experience. And the same is true here. And no matter the summit you reach, it is a proud moment. As you logged into our virtual lobby, you must have accessed the recognition booth that showed the new directors, new bronze and silver directors, right? I hope so. Now we move to a higher mountain that was scaled, the newest gold director rank. All of you will tell me this is a rank that's hard to break through because it takes a lot of commitment to do it. Anything worthwhile certainly does, but it's worth it, right? I mean, to earn $1,000 per week for 4 consecutive weeks, that's no walk in the park. That's flying. Now here, we proudly introduce our newest gold directors, sales managers, Heidi Carral and Mitch Arcadalacian.
Nothing can stop USANA Associates from scaling one mountain after another. And today, we recognize your hard work and persistence. We are very proud to introduce to you our newest associates who made it to the rank of Gold Director. Michelle Therese Navarra. Miss Claribel Joy Medina. Kim May Rodriguez. Wilma Albite and Angelo Albite. JR and Bitsy Patagan. Dino Tan.
Rose May Lapore, Asalin Aurita, Maricel and Erickson Manais, Maria and Morris Hill Gunday, Julieta Rodilla, Ryan Adalin, Wilson Bacor, Timothy Paul Robes, Mary and Guido Apares, Archie Reyes, Michael Bryan and Judy Garcia, Arlene and David Mercado, Arlene Harris Villarreal, John and Katzen Semine, Anya Lim, Enriquita Abellanida, Vilma and June Cubaros, Jeremiah Victorino, Diane Garcia, Aina Sanpada, Eusebio D. Jr., Ray Purawan, Audrey Sedano and Tere Medrosillo, Ali and Cherry Joy Santua, Carrie Ann and Benjamin Tudlo, Francis and Claire Bariso, Via Alvarez, Ryan Newson, Jennifer Navarro, congratulations to all our newest Go Directors.
Ms. Ivy Corral and Ms. Mitch Arcansales. Go for gold! A round of applause to all of our gold directors. Can't quite hear it. I'll pretend that you're doing it, okay? Just before we continue recognizing our next rank advancers, let's check on some of our USANA associates who are watching at home. See, I gave you the benefit of the doubt, but now I really just want to check on you, right? Let's check on them live from Rizal, Baguio, Bicol, and Cebu. Hello there, guys. Hey, what's up? Give us a bit of a wave if you can hear me. Hello. Yeah. Okay, they're all out there. Look at those beautiful smiling faces. You know, a real smiling face, when you see one, is when you can see the smile behind the mask. That's right. I can see the smiles behind the masks because that's how big those smiles are. They're smiling with their eyes, right? Because they're winners. And winners will always smile from within. Now, the winning continues as we move on to our next set of awardees. Our next set of awardees, the executive gold directors, to be part of the list. You have to earn a cumulative 13,000 CVP in any 13-week cycle. Hirap din yan, di ba? But these guys did it, so if they did it, so can you, right? Proudly announcing the names of these rank advancers is your sales manager, Joyce Ramallosa.
Now, let's all hear your loudest cheers for our executive Go Directors, starting with Executive Go Director, Maria Carissa de la Cruz, Dorothy Grace Penn, Attorney Antonio Andres Jr. and Camila Grita, and JP Penn,
Cora Michelle Agustin and Maynard Agustin. Joseph Angelo Costello. Maria Luisa Camacho. Adriline Adrian. Billy and Che Abrera. Congratulations to all our newest Executive Gold Directors.
Great job, guys. I'm sure all these rank advancers are already charting their paths this 2021 to scale new heights. And I won't be surprised if they achieve summit after summit after summit. Now, can you imagine that winning feeling? Can you? Picture it. Just put yourself in that winning feeling right now. Get into that emotion because it really, really is amazing. And I think it's time to make some of you experience that winning feeling by giving away 5 Sodexo gift certificates worth 10,000 pesos each. That's right. Nothing's gonna make you feel like a winner more than winning something like this, all right? So earlier I said I could feel the virtual energy from you guys, right? I know that there are thousands and thousands of you out there watching this live online event, but I think I want to not only feel that energy, but let's see it as well, all right? I want to see, come on, let's have a good look out there and see if that energy is actually legit and totally real, all right? Not just virtual. We can do this, guys, all right? So here comes our raffle prize of 5 winners of Sodexo gift certificates worth 10,000 pesos. Now, these can be just converted for the stuff you need day to day. Very, very important stuff. Here we go. We're crossing live over. Let's see some people out there in their little watch parties. Let's see if we can patch in some audio. We're going to try and do some audio here. And I want to see some true energy out there from all of our USANA watch parties. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Give me your best energy. Let's go. We took a selfie on the camera, the webcam. Let's try it again. Let's give me some USANA energy. 3, 2, 1, go. This is the new normal, folks. This is how we do it, or try to do it. Now, these are only some of our associates who are at home live from Mindoro, Iloilo, Davao, Cebu, and who just want to say hi to all of you. Let's try it again, okay? Let's try it again. If you guys can hear me, all right? You guys can hear me. I want you to all start waiting online and making as much noise as you can. 3, 2, 1. Big movement, guys. There you go. There you go. I see them. I can see ya. All right.
Watch party kasama pala kami dun mo.
Corner. Medyo mahina. Can't hear them. There you go. Yeah, that's it. There you go. All right. You see, we are live. Great to see those smiling and enthusiastic winning faces of USANA. You know what? There's a saying over here. They say, Sana all. Don't mind that. USANA. That's what it should be, right? Just made that line up myself. Now, let's say they're like our DTI representatives who will witness this electronically drawn raffle with names of those who registered for this grand celebration. Let's now draw the 5 winners of the Sodexo gift certificates worth 10,000 pesos each. Let's go. Super excited about this. Let's see some names out there. Ooh, they're not names, okay? These are gonna correspond to the number you got. It's like a raffle stuff, all right? So you should have, if you have this number, you are the winners. 6W583. I give them auto-generated password suggestions. I'm gonna, yeah. But if you have that number, if you are holding that number, then you are the winner. 10,000 pesos. Let's move on and see some more, all right? Look at your numbers, right? D5BWG. D5BWG. I'm not sure if these are case sensitive, but even if they're not, if you have that number, chances are you got 10 grand worth of So I'm just kidding about the case sensitive. We're not really, we're just having a bit of fun here. 2, 4, J, 7, C. All right. These are 3 winners so far, but we got 2 more winners to give away, right? We got 50 grand worth of Sodexo vouchers to give away. HM9RC. HM9RC. Righty? And we have one last, I think. If my math is correct, this will be the final one. JCUDE. JCUDE. You are a big winner, all right? Congratulations. And to claim your prize, you must email your name, address, contact number, and the screenshot of your winning code to Mariel. We'll put the number, we'll put the address here. Just copy this. Mariel.perile@usanainc.com on or before February 10, 2021. You don't want to miss out on that. That's 10K that you can spend on all your day-to-day necessities. And you guys watching with us at home, will stay right where you are. Well, obviously, can't go anywhere. It's a pandemic. Let's see what I did there. Because you are as more awesome stuff is coming your way in this super duper grand celebration of USANA. Now, if I were to ask you what you saw on our screen, what would you tell me? Right? I'll give you a second. I bet most of you would say those climbers reached their goals by making it to the top of the mountain, right? Okay, well, your answer might be correct. There's another way of seeing it. There were many different people who reached the top. It doesn't matter if you were first. What matters is you reached the top as well. And in doing so, you've achieved your goal. Our next segment sends this message to all you associates on this online stream. You can do it too, right? What do you think? Only the first upline gets to succeed, enjoy amazing income, grab all those travel incentives, and so on. But not quite. Here are the stories of how so many have plotted their course, worked hard, and scaled new heights, and made it to the very top. Now, you will be inspired by the stories I was, right? In this segment that we call There Is Room at the Top.
Base leader is and Delta and acknowledge. Again, this is the base leader. Receiving you loud and clear. Home base prepared. Executive Diamond Director Caleb and Power receiving you loud and clear. Diamond Director Jermaine Bachelier receiving you loud and clear. Home base prepared. Very glad to hear all of you loud and clear. By now, you have charted new courses on your way to scaling new. We have cross-referenced your position, and you are go for your next level. Here at home base, there are many other climbers who would benefit tremendously from your experience. Many have doubts that they can do it. From our position here at home base, it appears that the mindset is only those who climb first get to the summit, that in multi-level marketing, only the first upline ever gets to the top. I know that you are all preparing your next climb, but I will put it to view on speakers so you can share your thoughts on this. I'm patching you in first. One-star Diamond Director, Daisy Balaguer, the very first Rookie of the Year in her team.
10 years into the industry and 4 different companies after, and we still didn't have the success we dreamt of. Quitting each time the company failed and starting over is exhausting, but it never dimmed our spirit. Because the day we saw the circle, we already committed to do this business until we succeeded. It was only when USANA came that we realized we have been playing small. It was our exposure to the dream lifestyle of Mentor Jeremy that opened possibilities for us to start dreaming bigger and to create our own success story. We started doing USANA 2 months before it actually opened. We were blessed to have partnered with some of the best leaders whose vision was to dominate Mindanao, top areas in Luzon, and later expanding to Visayas. Our focus has always been to build the business on growth and solidity of income. While challenges in these pioneering years were tremendous, yet there was always a way through the obstacles. Indeed, adversity is a fertile ground for great feats of achievement. One of our biggest wins was to open Davao office in just 4 years and later help open a Cebu office. Today, our leaders are diamonds and beyond, MDCs independently leading their massive teams. We only get one chance to win this award in our first year. Winning it was a significant milestone because we competed with other Asian markets. We became the trailblazer for the Philippines, something we never dreamt was possible. It somehow set the pace for the Filipinos to believe that we can compete globally. We embraced this new responsibility with fervor. This drove us to become the first diamond after our second year and the first MDC in 15 months. What did we do to even qualify for the Rookie of the Year? It was an obsession to a very clear goal. We committed to our 50K in 8, meaning $50,000 in 8 months. That's a challenge in gratitude to our mentor. This clarity of the goal enabled us to focus on what needs to get done. Intensity of that desire made us to be all in everything that we did, and our relentless drive led to massive action. Big goals and big wins enabled us to think that impossible is time possible. How can I inspire the new to get the Rookie of the Year? First, decide to create a new success story right at the start. Second, supercharge your belief because it drives your action. Third, know exactly what it takes. And lastly, do it until it gets done. You may not always be number one, but it will place you among the rising stars. How important is winning and getting recognized? It is the cornerstone of any high-performing organization. Today, I believe winning is a moment-by-moment decision. It is deciding to create a win for yourself daily. For most people, having small wins is a good start. For others, big wins is essential to thrive. Either way, as a culture in the organization, we should recognize every little effort because awards inspire us to do more and to become more. Let winning become a daily habit, and soon enough, you will have success. It comes suddenly, just like what happened to us. Yusana was our God-appointed season of harvest. Today, we are fortunate to have built lasting success with the best company, Yusana. For each one of you, I challenge you to build it once, build it big, and build it for a lifetime for your children's children. Because I can assure you, there is room at the top.
Listen up, people here at Holidays. You're not only going to hear the story, but will be inspired by it. Like you, he has tried other challenging paths, but it is here at Susana where he found the challenge very fulfilling. Starting at the bottom and only very recently, he is now the newest Rookie of the Year and has scaled the mountain you all aspire for. Diamond Director, you're up next. Ning?
Tough times never last, but tough people do. By Robert Schuller. It has been tough when I enrolled USANA last February 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic. We will have different stories to tell on how we struggled the crisis. And this is my story. Before USANA, I am already a traditional business owner and a practicing customs broker. Struggling to survive is not new to me because I came from a poor family. In my early years, I worked as a farmer, house helper, construction worker, part-time security guard, and a floor wax door-to-door salesman until I landed a job in international freight forwarder. I started at the lowest rank until I became OIC manager. Receiving Rookie of the Year award is a big surprise. This is not only a great honor for myself, but also for my team in Cebu, together with my mentors, Asin Alsheri, Eric Ching, in collaboration with other mentors, Ranel Blanco, Jid Sardido, USANA Corporative Cebu, and USANA Corporative Philippines. At the start of my USANA business, I did not expect or even think of any recognition. I just do what my mentors told me to do. Like a good soldier, I just follow the order or command from my superior. It's overwhelming, winning something beyond my dream board. What's more in winning award is Rookie of the Year. Before USANA, I already had my success in the past. I was recognized as Outstanding Customs Broker of the Year 2005, given by the Professional Regulation Commission. So modesty aside, I am an experienced man already. But being USANA is different. What I like about it is that it promotes equality. Why? Dahil kahit anong estado mo sa buhay, pwedeng maging successful ka sa USANA. Being awarded as Rookie of the Year proved to me that even with my age, if I am willing to learn again, to step back, listen, I can reach greater heights. I try to unlearn everything I know outside USANA to make way for new learnings. I have to be teachable and learn the basics as fast as I could. And I simply shared all the learnings to my business partners, and together we executed massively and consistently until we become the right persons, attracting the right people. Good thing I have my upline, coaches, mentors who have guided me on how to do business in USANA. They are willing to help me, even my cross-line mentors. They always say, USANA is a helping people business. Unlike in traditional business, my competitors would never tell me their secret, how they run and succeed. It's a great secret in traditional business. In USANA, we have to learn first before we earn. The more we learn, the more we earn. Talagang inaral ko ang USANA dahil ayaw kong mabagsak uli katulad na nangyari sa akin before. I tried to rank advance to the next level together with my team. I prepared my organization and spot out potential leaders who have the same vision with me. If there is one thing we wanted to achieve, we should do everything by heart and intentionally. Everything we do today should lead us where we want to be in the future. I inspire my associates that they too can become a Rookie of the Year by teaching them to follow the basics and best practices. Mentor Eric Ching always says, patience and acceptance. I told them that no matter how high is your educational background, no matter how big is your position in traditional business or in the company where you are employed, in USANA, you have to empty your cup and you have to take off your hat. I have a big responsibility ahead of me to help my leaders grow, associate who dream to change their lives, people who needed our world-class products. I need to live out my personal definition of what it takes to be a leader. Person with great leadership, strong conviction with emotional maturity, and strength of character. Winning awards and getting recognition from the company or from any organization are important tools to help people push to succeed in any business or endeavor. Much more that USANA is a big and prestigious company. The more I have to set high standard and high performance in doing my USANA business. I am more empowered and ready to take to new heights. At first, I thought I couldn't make it because I know my capacity and I know myself too well. This feeling is that I surprise myself. I have the potential to break my limitations and reach new heights. I know I still have a lot to learn. It takes more time and effort para masasabi ko na successful na ako sa aking USANA business. Sa Bisaya pa, daghan pa kong bugas kaunon para mapadako o masulid ang akong income sa USANA. The fulfillment of helping people reach their goals than reaching mine is priceless. It's more fulfilling is when I see my partners and my team grow, not just financially, but also in character. I need to pay it forward by helping more people as well. With the continuous guidance from my mentors, USANA corporate team, and with the help of Almighty God, I believe I would be able to scale a new heights in 2021.
The ground here at home base, you will hear next from Caleb Itao. He was still in college when he began his USANA business and climbing steadily to the top. He has scaled one of the most impressive mountains, being executive one-star diamond director. Today, he climbs with a network of over 1,000 distributors. Come in, Caleb.
We were all born on this earth naked and innocent. All of us are a product of what we have been taught by people who surround us and how we have also been influenced by them. That means to say that it is very important for all of us to realize that the quality of people we surround ourselves with plays a huge contribution to our success and growth. And as the saying goes, ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. I believe na ang mga nagtuturo din sa kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. So it is also said in the Bible, in one of the Proverbs, which says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he shall not depart from it. So to relate that in our business in USANA, I joined this business having no formal education about the business, no full knowledge about the industry, company, products, and the system in building the business. But what led me to where I am now is that I had people who were very patient enough to teach, train, and guide me towards the right direction that leads to success in this business. So I believe that in life, we all need people to help us and guide us as we aim for continuous growth and improvement. And having great teachers, coaches, and mentors in life will help a lot because we will be given the right direction towards the success you want to achieve in life. So there are three kinds of people who help us learn and grow. The first for me is a teacher. And teachers are really very important for us because what a teacher does is he or she teach people based on other people's principles. They teach us theories and studies. Like, for example, our school teachers, they teach us lessons from textbooks. So it is also important in our business. No? So we also have teachers in USANA. So when we say teachers, these are those people who teaches us the basic technicalities, no? The basic knowledge about the basic information about our business. But there's a second kind of people who also helps us in our growth and learning. So the second is a coach. But what a coach does for me, coach also does what a teacher does. They also teach us, but on top of it, they don't just really teach us based on basic or other people's theories or principles, but they also teach based on some or a few personal experience. And the difference about being a teacher and having a coach is a coach will also hold you accountable. So these are the people who will also push you. They are those people who will motivate you to do the things that you have to do and make sure that you do it. But it doesn't really mean that the coach is always better than the player. So like, for example, diba, the greatest of all time in basketball, Michael Jordan. But even if he is the greatest in his sport, he also still had a coach. Manny Pacquiao also has a coach. So again, no, a coach doesn't really have to be better than the player, but they have enough experience to teach you what you have to do and make sure that you do it the right way. And of course, make sure that you really do it. The coach also helps us whenever we make mistakes and correct our mistakes. And last for me is a mentor. But on top of these three, no, for me, I believe a mentor is more important because a mentor is someone who has also achieved the results. Someone is already living the life the mentee wants to achieve. Someone who has already done it. Someone who has really been through the process and has really experienced the process and will guide you as you also go through that same process. That's what makes a mentor effective also in developing people around them because he can teach based on experience, and the experience that he had also created the results for him. He's also practicing what he teaches, which is the reason he has the results. A mentor is more focused on making a huge impact in a way a person also thinks and behaves. Also, usually the teacher sometimes just teach us the things that we need to learn, and a coach somehow helps us really make sure do it. But a mentor does what a mentor does. It really helps us change the way we see things, the way we think, the way we behave. And for me, that is the founding or the foundation, the most solid foundation in a person's character. And developing the right mindset and attitude, that is also what a mentor focuses on. So meaning to say a mentor's more focus also is in the individual's path to fulfillment. He helps create this great vision for his mentee, a great vision for themselves, and gives them the founding values, principles, skills, plan of action, and also the support to make that vision come to a reality. So again, all of these three are important in our life, but mentor for me is more important. And that's why I encourage each and every one of you to really seek for a mentor, find a mentor, right? Because if you want to really succeed at whatever industry, at whatever path you want to really succeed in, we all need someone to guide us and to also be held accountable for us, and will also be really very concerned in the growth of our well-being. So find your mentor.
Tell me the story of our next report choice. Like many, his journey to the top was filled with ups and downs. But the lesson learned from his story is one of resiliency. Here at home base, many of you fear failure, and many of you are hesitant to attempt even your first time. You've got to listen hard to this report. From it, you will realize that no matter when or where you start, you can reach the goal of your choice. Ms. Germaine, so many are eager to hear from you.
Mentorship is having someone visible to follow and model. Knowing and seeing my mentor Caleb, when I was starting, allowed me to see the potential and the future of my USANA business. I saw the lifestyle he had, but more than that, I saw how many people's lives he was able to impact and change. And for me, that was really amazing. It is very important to start something, especially a business like this, with someone that can guide the new, less experienced associates to learn and build their business faster. And while it is crucial to have a mentor, being a good mentee is just as important, if not more. In being a mentee, I realized these top three things to consider. First, you need to be a really, really good observer. I believe the best way to learn something, apart from experiencing it, is to observe other people do it and create results for themselves. Learning not only from their success, but also, and most especially, from their failures. People say experience is the best teacher. And while that is somehow true, I also believe that experience of others is the best teacher, as you get to avoid more painful things that they experience through their mistakes. Second, you have to have respect for your mentor. As how mentor Caleb was able to earn my respect through selfless service and powerful example. I can honestly say I was the least person to become his mentee. I was very shy, an introvert. I did not have good communication skills, but he never gave up on me. Now I can honestly say that I am forever grateful that I respected him enough. Consider him as my mentor. Always remember, without respect, there is no relationship. And lastly, is you need to be patient. Sometimes, despite our willingness to follow our mentors and do everything necessary, results may not be that much evident. And this causes a lot of associates to be discouraged and can eventually lead for them to stop pursuing success and eventually quit. Patience can really be a deciding factor for people's success in this industry. In order to be a good or even a great mentor, we really need to be the right mentee first. And when we adapt the right mindset, attitude, and character of being one, that will definitely get us to the top.
Different mountains, different paths to the top, but that was truly a powerful presentation that should give everyone the inspiration to climb their own mountains with the knowledge that it can be done. If they did it, you can do it too. Too often, especially in the multi-level marketing industry, there is a race to be first, but why rush? It's not a race. We all have different timelines. And here at USANA, time and time again, so many have proven that you don't have to be the upline to make it. You just have to work for it. You have to want it and work hard for it. And you will get there, trust me. And once you get there, as our friends have shared, there are so many other mountains to climb. You've already proven that even in this pandemic, you have what it takes, not only to survive, but to thrive. And as USANA corporate, as USANA, through your efforts, it achieved record-breaking sales. Who knew that that was even possible? The goal was to thrive, but look where you are now, thriving. So proud of you. So this 2021, what's it going to be like? Our next speaker should give you a terrific guide how to navigate the challenges of this year. Now, he knows what he's talking about as he has emerged as the first winner of the hit Pan-Asian TV reality show, The Apprentice Asia. Today, he's a much sought-after motivational speaker all over Asia and has authored many best-selling motivational books. His awards are way too many to mention, only adding prestige to his many accomplishments. If there's one thing you can remember him by, it is his now famous quote, "You are never too small to make it big." And his life story affirms that he comes from humble beginnings to a cum laude graduate from the University of the Philippines. Give a listen, ladies and gentlemen, to your USANA brand ambassador, Jonathan Yabut.
Good day, my fellow USANA teammates. This is Jonathan, and I'm here to congratulate you for your happy 12 years of serving health for our fellow Filipinos. I'm also here to motivate and inspire you as usual as we pivot and evolve in 2021. So before I start, I want to energize everyone in the chat room. I know this is a virtual session, but that's not an excuse for us to be as energetic as I know all of you are. So could you please type an exclamation mark in the chat box right now? Could you please type that? As many exclamation marks as you can, better. I would love to see that. And that also energizes the rest of our teammates who are in this session today. So I'm about to share my screen now. And there you go. The title of my talk is The Art of Finding Your Ikigai, Building Your Purpose and Evolving in 2021. The year 2020 has been a year of so many challenges, right? Can I get the letter C in the chat box? If you're that person who has, all personal challenges, business challenges, career challenges, you face it. But hey, you're watching this now because you have survived. You are thriving and you're going to get through because you've learned from a lot of those setbacks in 2020. My talk is about helping us achieve further our goals because the road ahead of us is not going to end. The road ahead of us remains to be tricky and unpredictable. And so moving forward, what do we do in order to achieve our ambitions and our goals? If it's your first time to jump into this session, or if it's your first time to interact with us, this is my organization, by the way, JY Consultancy and Ventures. We take pride for having conducted our sessions not only in Southeast Asia, but in many parts of the world. We do talent management, public speaking, business writing, leadership, and motivation. And these are some of the clients that we've had since 2013. And of course, Yusana, being my favorite client for so many years now, I thank you again for the privilege for having me in your 12th year celebration. If mabitin kayo, if you're happy to see want to see some of our webinars, all you need to do is to log on to our website, jonathanyabut.com. You can also scan the QR code. As part of Extra Learning, we offer so many free courses on public speaking, business writing, digital selling, and also leadership. So we hope to see you all out there. Okay, let's get to business. Let's interact with each other in the chat box. As I mentioned a while ago, type as much as you can and be as noisy as you can and share some of your content and your opinions. Number 2, I'll be asking some polls throughout the session. So when you can, please share letter A, letter B, or letter C. Let's start with the first poll. Are you guys ready for this? Yes? So could you please type your answer in the chat box or choose it from the screen if you will see. How is your 2021 doing so far? Okay, I want to see that. Letter A, I'm challenged, but taking it one day at a time. Letter B, I'm thirsty for more learning and challenges. Or letter C, I have learned so much in 2020 and it made me stronger for this year. I want you to give me 120% honesty. There is no right or wrong. The goal is to acknowledge your feelings because as I always say, self-improvement starts with self-awareness. If you don't admit how you're feeling, you don't get to identify what you need to do next, right? So my topic for today is about ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese term which refers to your reason for your being or your why. So it starts with the iki, which means to live, and kai, which means the effect or the result. The Japanese believe in this case that it is the purpose or sense for being alive associated with feeling of fulfillment and accomplishment, which I think a lot of our folks from Yusana are very familiar with. The popular interpretation of ikigai involves living for others, meaning the moment you have achieved something for yourself, the goal is to be able to share that with others so that others can also thrive together with you. So when you look at your careers, when you look at your businesses right now, I want you to reflect. We have careers and hobbies or activities in life that A, we love doing. We have some careers and businesses that we're good at it. Or number 3, it helps other people. And then the fourth one, which I think is very important because you have to put some food on the table. And that would be number 4, it pays the bills. I want you to reflect in your careers right now, in your businesses, right? In your growth and journey in Yusana for the past few years. Where do you think you fall into today? Before you answer that, some of you may be saying right now, John, I'm not just into one of the circles, I'm in the intersections of the circle. And I totally get you. Some of you may fall under what we call as passion, the combination of you love doing it and you're good at it. Could be mission, it helps other people and you also love it. Or it could be a profession. You may not always love it all the time, but you know that you're good at it and it also gives you a comfortable life, right? Could you please type this in the chat box now? Are you letter A as in passion, R as in profession, M as in mission, or V as in vocation? Right? Type it out. I want everyone to see what your answers are. So I will assume some of you are going to be typing letter P, letter M, could be letter R, letter V, whatever it is. But here's the other catch. Some of you may also be saying now, John, I'm not in any of those four. I am actually in the center. And if that is your answer, my dear friend, you are one of the few lucky ones who we can call have already discovered what their ikigai is. That sweet spot that you love what you're doing, you're very good at it, it helps other people, and it also pays the bills. It gives you the comfortable life. Can I get the letter I? Is there anyone in the room right now who can say that they have found their ikigai? Okay. And again, I'm not going to be pressuring you. If you haven't found it yet, that's totally fine. That's normal for many of us. But many of us at this early stage may have already discovered our ikigai, the ability to enjoy the good things in life and also be able to share and live up to it for others as well. Why is ikigai important? Because when you look at a lot of studies and a lot of organizational behavior research across companies, successful organizations that have lasted for so long, that are continuing their legacy, attribute their success with their ikigai. If you look at this, one of some of my favorite brands, you got Nike, you got Tetra Pak, you got Starbucks, for example. When you look at their employees, and if you ask them, what do you do? Many employees of Nike can easily say, well, we sell shoes. Or Tetra Pak, which is the packaging for your carton of milk or juice, will say, we sell packaging for liquids. Or Starbucks will say, we sell coffee and tea. Here's the interesting part. When you look at the employees of these organizations, they don't just talk about the what of what they sell. They talk about the why they sell them, which is their purpose and their ikigai. Folks from Nike will say, we're not just here to sell sporting goods. We're here to sell victory. We're here to inspire you in your journey. After all, Nike is the Greek name of the goddess of victory in the Greek mythology. Right? Tetra Pak isn't just about packaging for liquids. They also have the mission of making and ensuring food and beverage is safe and last longer. If you don't have your carton and milk in those Tetra Pak packaging, they won't last that long for 7 days or for 1 week without refrigeration, for example. Coffee and tea, according to their CEO, Howard Schultz. And he says, we're not in the business of making coffee. We just happen to make great coffee. We are rather in the business of delighting your daily routine. May I get an exclamation mark? Could you please type in the chat box? Do you find it amazing that these organizations are thriving, have been doing well for the past years of their existence because they focus not just on the what, but also on the why as well? My dear partners from USANA, I'm going to throw the same question for all of you. Could you please type in the chat box, you reflect your journey with USANA. What is your ikigai? Could you please type? And if you're new in the company, that's also fine. If you're new in the organization, look at the ikigai that allowed you and attracted you to join this organization for the past 12 years. What could it be? So if I could check the chat box right now, I see a lot of you can give me a personal or a career-related ikigai. But here's my personal opinion. I'd like to believe that the ikigai of USANA, and it's the reason why you have been successful for so many years, is because your ultimate purpose and goal is to ensure that our fellow Filipinos or whoever enjoys your products and services live a healthy and nourished life. Can I get an exclamation mark? I hope you appreciate that. This might sound chummy and cheesy, but not everyone gets to wake up in the morning telling themselves that if I'm able to sell my products to someone and that person gets to enjoy, my customers get to enjoy my products, I know that I can improve how they see life, their health, which I'd like to believe is one of the most important things we realized in the time of pandemic. Not everyone gets to wake up with that realization every morning. So please, I hope you don't underestimate that power. That is the reason why you are so passionate, why you are so engaged. I've been telling this way long ago, even to Ma'am Duday, for example. The first time I joined in the Mall of Asia, the first ever annual meetup I've never seen in my entire career, in my 20 years of career in the business world, such energy and passion and commitment from its people. That is emanating, like something na tataas talaga ang balahibo mo. I've never seen something like that in my life because you guys are attracted. You guys are committed to your ikigai all the time. And I hope you never lose that flame, right? Can I get an exclamation mark? Are we realizing something? I hope you were appreciating that, right? As we evolve and pivot in 2021, that is something that I hope a lot of you further strengthen in 2020 when a lot of the Filipinos today are now more conscious about their health. So quickly, 2 things to manage for your ikigai. John, how can I further improve my ikigai? How can I use that to become stronger, faster, better in 2021? Well, number 1, I want you to please embrace evolution as the key to meeting your ikigai or your purpose. Always be obsessed and never be tired of evolving, learning, and being the most absorbent sponge, telling yourself that I can always learn because life is a learning buffet. And there is nothing wrong with being greedy with learning as many things as you can. Let's check if you are evolving. Can I ask, in the past 4 weeks, have you discovered a new application or software that makes your work better? If your answer is yes, that says something about you, how you're hungry for more. Another question, in the past 3 months, have you learned a new skill for selling? Have you? Third question, here's another litmus test. In the past 6 months, have you found a new mentor or coach instrumental to your business, to your sales objectives? Yes? Could you please type an exclamation mark if you have learned someone? If you have discovered someone, for example? If your answer is yes to all of these 3 items, that says something about you. You are a curious learner. You are thirsty and hungry. You are open to adapt, to change, and be resilient. That even things don't go the way you want it to happen, you don't give up and you say, I will get it done because I deserve to get it done. That's what happened in 2020. We all had our plans in January of 2020. We thought our plans were formidable and all these things, but the pandemic happened and we couldn't get out. We couldn't see our customers face to face. So our goal is to adjust and find ways in meeting them. And you guys have been doing so well in your game as well. Right? I want to give a quick example about this. Anyone here who likes basketball, can you give me a letter B? Right? So one of the basketball icons that I think many of us know is Steph Curry. And here's an interesting story about evolution. So Steph Curry is about 6'2". The build is so-so. 6'2" is not the tallest height that you can have in the NBA. It's pretty much the average height in the game. And this guy, being 6'2", said, how do I stand out? How do I get even better when I know that I'm already good in my shots, but I think there's more space to improve? 2009, 2010, when he won awards such as Rookie of the Year, you've noticed that many of his shots, and if you're looking at the photo right now, many of them are in the 3-point zone and are also in the 2-point zone. But what did Steph Curry did afterwards? He said, why should I pressure myself being stressed inside the court when I can pivot and do much more bigger points in the 3-point shot area? I know it's more challenging, but hey, if I can do good at it, then I will be less stressed because no one is going to guard me that much at the outside part of the court. A lot of the other players discovered this and they started to notice that, hey, this guy's formula is also doing well. And if you notice, and here's a great anecdote, you look at the top 200 shot locations in the NBA from 2001 to 2020. What do you notice? I'll give you 5 seconds to look at the screen. Many of the top locations have now evolved from the 2-point shot area into the 3-point shot area as well. This is how I want you to evolve, my team, my partners from USANA. Always asking yourself, how can I be better, faster, and stronger? Can I get an exclamation mark? If you are amazed with that story, I hope you guys are, and I'm so inspired every time I see this story. Speaking of evolving, could you please ask yourself, which state are you in right now? Are you in the state of being or are you in the state of becoming? The state of being asks the question or the statement, I finally achieved what I wanted, okay na ako dito. This is my line of expertise. This is where I'm comfortable. And it's okay to be in that space because you are a master of your craft. But from time to time, when things evolve, your environment, the customers, the technology, a pandemic happens, a volcanic eruption happens, whatever it is, you tell yourself, my way may not be the only way, that there are other ways of succeeding. And so you jump into the state of becoming. You tell yourself, mission one accomplished, on to the next, or how do I make sure that this victory is repeatable? Because one-time victory is called, can someone type in the chat box? Right? It's either called luck or chamba, and you don't want to be recognized in your teams that you succeeded just because you were a one-hit wonder. You want to achieve grander things consistently. The state of being is what we call as the performance zone. The state of becoming is what we call as the stretching zone. Pag isa kang cup of coffee, punong-puno ka na, you're not satisfied. You convert and evolve into a gallon, a mug, a bigger jug, a bigger vessel. You become the most absorbent sponge, telling yourself, I can learn more, because learning is an infinite space to enjoy. Reflect on your businesses this 2021 and ask yourself, do I fall in letter A, performance zone, or letter B, stretching zone? Again, there's no right or wrong. Could you please type your answer? You could be in letter A, and you could also be in letter B. Some of you may be answering, John, I'm in both. I am performing and I am also stretching. That's also a good way to say it. My only point is this: do not stay in the same zone for too long. You can't be performing too long and yet you're not adjusting your tricks. You can't be stretching too long, learn ka lang ng learn, but you're not applying what you're learning into the reality. Balance is also always going to be the key. Okay? Finally, our standards for success kasi are relative, right? In psychology, meron tayong tinatawag na reference bias. Kung sino lang nasa paligid mo, whoever's just around you will be your basis of comparison. So when you're already a very big fish in a small pond, because you have conquered so many things, you tell yourself, I'm already at the peak. And then one day you meet someone who's bigger, smarter, stronger, faster than you and tells you, sorry, you're not the one at the peak. That's not yet the peak. This is the real peak. And you realize that even if you think you're already big and grand, apparently sometimes your ceiling could just be someone else's floor. Could you please type that in the chat box? Sometimes my ceiling could just be someone else's floor. I want you to remember that line. Whenever you feel mighty and proud, na ang dami mo nang na-achieve, think again. Sometimes that peak could just be the basin of someone else's journey. I always tell this to myself if I have achieved something as well. Don't just keep on looking down. It's easy to look down because other people are looking up to you. Masarap ang view. Sometimes when you're at your peak, what do? You look upwards again. Why? Because when you look upwards, you realize that there are other mountains and buildings even taller than yours. And you get inspired and you tell yourself, my journey doesn't end here. In fact, the journey will never end. After you succeed, you create a new peak and you decide yourself that that is going to be my new goal. That's the same thing that we are setting for 2021. May I get an exclamation mark? Can you please energize again our chat box? I hope you're realizing something, learning something also. Okay, very good. Let's do a quick contest. Can I do that? Let's chill for a bit. I want to give away some prizes. I'm going to choose 2 winners if you get to answer my question. So what do you need to do? I'll be giving you a quick puzzle that you need to answer. You need to join our Viber community for that. So I'm going to collect your answers on Viber. And if you win, what's the prize, John? I'd like to invite you to our upcoming premium webinar, a 4-hour online bootcamp. Boost your confidence. Perfect for salespeople like you. Public speaking and business writing happening on February 20 and 27 at 10 o'clock p.m. The ticket is $1,299, but I am going to give this away to 2 winners. Are you guys ready? Yes? So John, do I answer in the chat box? I will request you to please join our Viber community first. That's the QR code. You can scan it right now, or you can copy the link into your browser. I'll give you a few seconds to do that. Yes. And then when you get into the Viber community, please go to the information section and look for the admin. You have to send a message to the admin. Okay? Can I get the letter V? Please type it in the chat box. If you have a Viber, I'm sure you guys, many of you have. We use it for both personal and for business. Yeah, it's all good. So again, scan the QR code or copy the link, and then it leads you to our Viber community. You have to contact the Viber admin. Okay? So whoever wins, I will be announcing the winner in the USANA Facebook page after this event. So please check the Facebook page. We are going to announce 2 winners, and each winner can tag along a +1 para naman hindi kayo solo when attending our session. Okay? All good so far? So here is my quick puzzle. There you go. Which is the top view? Could you please choose? Is it letter A, letter B, letter C, or letter D? Okay, time starts now. Okay, we will be collecting all of your answers. The ones that we'll be selecting are the ones who did it the fastest. So fastest fingers will win. Okay, I hope you capture that, and we'll be announcing it again after this event in the USANA Facebook business page. All good? Okay, let's proceed. Here's my last part now. To be able to get through 2021 and pivot and evolve, please understand what fuels your Ikigai. What do I mean by this? When we look at our purpose and our mission, we can categorize it based on what's fueling that mission. So I'm going to borrow a concept from one of my favorite psychologists, and that's Mr. Julian Rotter, and he calls that as the locus of control. There are 2 kinds of people now, according to Mr. Julian Rotter. People who have an external locus and people who have an internal locus. External locus means you believe that life is unpredictable, therefore you can't do anything about it. Or internal locus, meaning, yes, there are unpredictable things, but I still have a sense of control. I still can decide my fate and my destiny. In this case, individuals, according to Julian Rotter, who exercise more internal locus, meaning they believe that they can take control, number 1, are able to thrive better in times of challenges, something we need in a time of pandemic. And number 2, whenever they experience mistakes and setbacks, they exhibit more accountability. They owe up to their own mistakes because they know that they can correct it and they can get better because of it. My dear friends from USANA, could you please type your answers in the chat box? Reflect on how you're building your purpose, your Ikigai in 2021 and forward. Whenever you build and discover it, do you practice letter C, internal locus, or letter D, external locus, right? No judgment here. Whatever your answer is, just share it. The key to self-improvement starts with self-awareness. So ideally, what we want is to lean more towards internal locus. That's when you exhibit more control in your life, even if things don't go the way you want it to happen. But John, teka lang ah, is it wrong if I'm 100% internal locus only? And the answer is yes. It's also bad if you're too extreme. In this case, we have what they call as unhealthy internal locus. Unhealthy internal locus meaning, for example, from a leadership perspective, you want so much control that you end up micromanaging your team members, believing that only you can change things. We call this, by the way, in leadership jargon as having the Messiah complex. Only you can save everyone, or the inability to delegate or trust people. In personal life, for example, if you keep on hoarding too many things, like in the time of pandemic, nag-hoard ka ng bigas, nag-hoard ka ng lahat ng alcohol because you think the world will end, that's also unhealthy internal locus because you're trying to micromanage and keep control of things. From time to time, there should also be space for external locus, admitting that there are things that you cannot control. However, John, you said that internal locus is better. Is there an extreme version of external locus? Of course. There's also something wrong if you keep on saying that everything is unpredictable. For example, unhealthy external locus means having a bahala na attitude. Believing that, wala nang mangyayari eh. Whatever I do, no one is listening to me anyway, so I might as well not do anything about it. Or, ito yung mga people na who believe having 100% belief na if it's not meant for me, it's not for me, and yet They didn't even work hard for it. Can I get an exclamation mark in the chat box? Can you relate to people who say something like that? Yes, sometimes it's okay to believe that if things aren't meant for you, it's not for you. But if you didn't do anything about it in the first place, then it's all because of your own shortcomings. Wala ka namang ginawa talaga eh. So nothing will happen to you in the first place. Right? What we want is to be in the center of everything, right? Having a sense of balance. When we keep on believing na wala nang mangyayari, even if we do something about it, we call that, according to the psychologist Martin Seligman, as learned helplessness. These are people who have long-term conditioning of the mind, believing whatever you do, you will not succeed. So why bother moving? Or ito yung mga people who say, after repeated stress and failures, lagi na lang nagkakamali, lagi na lang hindi tama ang ginagawa. They start believing that the situation won't change. So they stop trying. I want to challenge the leaders and the managers also, all the coaches here in USANA. You have a culture, a great culture of coaching and mentoring. I want to ask the same thing for you. When you inspire and motivate your people, do you strike a balance telling them that yes, you have the external locus, but you also have internal locus at the end of the day? Great leaders and coaches pivot more to the internal locus and say, maraming challenges in life, but you can get through it because you can take control of it. Balance therefore matters. We also call it as the Goldilocks rule, right? It's not good to be always on the external part, neither is it too good to be always on the internal locus. Just the right amount, not too hot, not too cold, not too soft, and not too hard. This is what we call as balancing, right? So individuals in times of challenges like the pandemic who exercise more internal locus succeed better in times of hardships. It's all about the mental exercise. People with external locus will say, I'm scared. Lahat na lang ng tao nagkakasakit. I will likely get sick too. So there's no point for me to protect myself. But hey, internal locus will work better for you. Yes, there are a lot of risks, but you're going to be safe if you stay more at home and if you boost your immunity every day. I know that this is something that resounds so well to a lot of our customers in USANA. Number two, external locus means you keep on telling yourself, grabe, I'm so stuck and bored at home. Wala na akong magawa. I feel empty. I feel like my mind is not doing well. Internal locus, on the other hand, means, teka lang all these times I've been complaining, wala akong time for things in life. Now I have more time. I finally have time to do things I always put off. So I will take advantage of this quarantine situation. Or number three, everything is crashing. It's the end of the world. Wala na. That's external locus, right? You submit yourself to the unpredictable things. Internal locus says, it's normal to feel anxious. Lahat tayo ganyan ang feeling. But how do I become a better person after this? 5 years from now, gusto ko lang tawanan ang nangyari sa pandemic. But I also want to smile and tell myself, I didn't like 2020 or 2021, but those years got the best out of me and I succeeded and thrived. I became faster, better, stronger. I learned new skills and I discovered people who can mentor me and I can mentor as well. As I end, here's my last quote. Finally, when you succeed this 2021, and I know Team USANA that you always succeed, remember to please pass it on. You are a team. The success of USANA is all about holding hands together because every person is a brand ambassador. Take note of this quote. Putting out the light of others doesn't make yours shine any better. Right? It doesn't. Right? Kahit tanggalin mo ang upos ng kandila ng kasama mo, it will not make yours any brighter. But here's the good thing, the converse of it. If you pass on that light to other people, what happens? The room becomes even brighter, right? And nothing happens to your light. It's the same. But because everyone now has their own light, you get to traverse and take the journey together with more clarity. Yes? Can I get an exclamation mark? Team USANA, I hope you're all inspired and motivated and learning something for 2021. Yes? Could you please type that again? More exclamation mark or hearts? I will appreciate that also. Yes? And with that, I am going to thank you for having me in this session. Congratulations, more years to come. I'm always going to be here for you, cheering you, supporting you as always. And thank you also for inspiring me to be good in what I do. Because hey, as I always say, the speaker is only as good as the people interacting and sharing him. Thank you at maraming salamat po.
Indeed, we can excel in the new norm. And why not, right? Usana has proven it, and there is no reason why you can't scale even higher mountains since 2021. While it's not an easy task, planning your next climb just after you reach the summit of your current one, that kind of sounds a bit crazy, right? But this is the stuff of courageous men and women. They never stop. Their answer to the question, why climb a mountain? Well, because it's there. That was the answer of our next set of awardees, those who climbed the next rank because simply it was there. These are our newest Ruby and Emerald directors. After achieving their last rank advancements, they moved right along and set their sights on the next highest mountain. The paths they took, well, they weren't easy, but look where they are now. And in just a short while, you'll see them on your screens. And while they are certainly proud of what they have achieved, they are prouder still of the fact that they serve as an inspiration for all of you. Here to proudly introduce our newest rank advancers, our sales manager, Heidi Corral, and Mitch Cansal.
Persistency and resiliency. These are what we admire most about the roster of awardees that we are about to recognize. And without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, here are your newest Ruby directors. DJ and Marge Ramirez. Mariel and Gina Irma. Ann Patrick and Lizelle Ann Cagulada. Earl and Kim Avenido.
Earl Cabao.
Sir Ace Monforte. Chuck Barandog. Attorney Nolisa Blanca Serra Castillo. Engineer Roth and Engineer R.N. Pastilloso. Tony and Chepo Cabardo. Round of applause to all our newest Ruby directors. Moving up the mountain of success are USANA's newest Emerald directors. Lorenzo Perez Dipon and Perfecto Nacario Dipon, PhD. Giovanni and Jennifer Aguador. Edward and Frances Congreso. Job well done to our newest Emerald directors. Your achievements will surely be an inspiration to the whole USANA family.
Well, that was as impressive as it was inspirational. It's incredible what one can achieve. You need to conceive it first, right here in your mind. Exert all the effort you can and make it real. As you rank advance in USANA, you assume yet another title apart from your associate's rank, that of a leader. And other associates who aspire to rise in the ranks look upon you as a leader that they can turn to. Our next segment celebrates that turning point as it recognizes gold and non-gold ranked associates who have achieved a cumulative 7,800 CVP in a 13-week period. Now, what does this get them? Well, an all-expense paid trip to Japan, no less. Now, that is truly a wonderful perk for becoming a leader. And that's why they call it the Leadership Summit. Let's all take a look at this.
I wanted to qualify for the Leadership Summit trip because I've always loved traveling. I want to learn the cultures of different countries.
I want to experience how USANA pampered and make special treatment to every associate who made an exemplary work in our business.
Kasi di ba sinasabi nila, all expenses paid trip and luxurious yung travel. So I want to experience that.
Yung treatment, yung pag-aalaga ng USANA, VIP talaga.
Ito yung part na ikaw na yung kumita at ikaw pa yung may pa-travel for free.
Gusto ko talagang mag-qualify sa LS because of my business partners.
It was just once in a lifetime opportunity because we wanted to inspire our business partners.
Because I wanted to become a leader and at the same time build a strong team.
And to be able to experience the beauty of Japan since it is our first time to travel there together.
Why qualify for a leadership summit? One, the travel is just a bonus. This is actually for my team just to show them that it is really possible when you work hard. Because as a flight attendant, I've been to Japan many times, but never as a passenger. Is actually to inspire more people that you just need to believe and you just need to work it out to set momentum for rank advancement.
Nangigil lang talaga ako kasi lahat nakapag-LS na. Kasi syempre, makakasama mo lahat ng leaders sa USANA.
Because of my mother. She's already 71 years old and she has not experienced traveling outside Zamboanga City or even riding a plane.
Through the years, my mom keeps on asking me that she wanted to travel again while she can because she's already 73 years old. So we both work hard to qualify and yes, we did it.
Siyempre, to create momentum sa business ko. Siyempre, USANA yan, galante magpa-travel.
It has been a dream of me wanting to bring my family to other countries.
It is a gift from my mother.
Sino pa ba natin to all expenses paid trip?
I know that this can definitely build a solid foundation of my business.
Travel destination for this year is Japan. So we get to experience the rich culture.
What do I expect for this travel? Well, this is the very first travel that I will be getting in my USANA career. And being an anime fan myself, being in Tokyo, which is the centralized city for almost all of anime, it's like a dream come true to me.
Sabi nga nila, iba daw pag USANA nagpa-travel. That's why I'm very excited to actually experience it.
And we're looking forward to enjoying the travel destinations including Japan.
We are looking forward to see and discover the beautiful places of Japan.
I'm looking forward to my experience in Japanese culture.
One of my favorite destinations talaga ang Japan.
The chance to get to meet the leaders of USANA Philippines, the weather, and the food.
Na-excite talaga kami dun sa food trip sa Japan eh. Lalo-lalo na yung
I'm looking forward to enjoy the training and the awesome opportunity to meet and train with the epic leaders in USANA and beyond.
Japan is one of the dream travel destinations na kaya ibigay niyo sa amin free.
For me and my mom to enjoy Japan food, the experience, diba, the sceneries, and all other things.
I want exhilarating and unique team building activities. And at the same time, I would want to learn more.
I'm looking forward to mingle with other great leaders.
I'm looking forward na ma-experience yung naririnig ko lang dati na VIP treatment ng USANA.
We are so excited to experience the culture, the authentic foods. We want to see the gardens and temples in Japan.
Hindi ko talaga na-imagine na makakarating ako ng Tokyo, Japan.
And sobrang blessed kami na experience namin travel.
Yeah, so i-hit nila siya kasi this leadership summit is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Hindi niya dapat. I am a certified leadership summit qualifier.
We are certified leadership qualifiers. Till next time. Kayo naman. So guys, see you next
Arigatou gozaimasu, USANA.
Konnichiwa, Japan! As the situation improves and we are all allowed to travel again safely, I'm sure our Leadership Summit qualifiers will be eagerly boarding their planes for that all expenses paid trip to the land of the rising sun, Japan. Now, if you feel like a winner already, then let's harness that winning feeling by drawing out the next 5 raffle winners of Sodexo gift certificates worth 10,000 pesos each. Checking in with us at this segment of our program are our associates who are all viewing this online event with so much excitement. So let's check in with them, guys. How are you there, USANA associates from Cebu, Marikina, Davao, and Metro? Let's see some hands up. Woo! Make some noise. Can you hear it? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it. I love it. I'm loving it. Look at that energy right there. It's all over. That is the secret sauce of USANA. It's the people. It's the smiles and the winningness behind those masks that makes it what it is. Thanks, guys. Great to see all that enthusiasm. Now, let's find out who our 5 lucky winners are. Here we go. It's in the form of a number, which you could get on your entry when you register, 6N0QF. The 0 might be an O, not 100% sure, but there it is, 6N0QF. All right, next up. Here we go, NQB7B. Sounds like we're playing bingo, but not really. The only similarity is you get to win something, right? 10,000 pesos worth of Sodexo vouchers can be easily redeemed for all your day-to-day needs. Let's move to the next one. Here's the 3rd lucky winner of the 10,000 peso gift certificate from Sodexo, courtesy, of course, of USANA 4KMYA. All right, 4KMYA. Losing count. Are we up to 4 now? All right. 7PM9D. If you have that number, you are now officially 10,000 pesos richer because these can be redeemed and exchanged for day-to-day items that you're going to probably use as good as shopping, right? So let's get to our lucky last. Number 5. Winner of the Sodexo gift certificates worth 10,000 goes to PFTOY. PFTOY. If that is your number, congratulations. Here's how you can claim. You can email the following with your name, address, contact number, and make sure you include the screenshot of the winning code. And then you can send that to Marielle Terril at usanainc.com. You'll just see it right there. Whoop, right there. There you go. All right, well, we've all been talking about scaling new heights and what it takes to do it. It goes without saying that to scale the mountains, you need to really be prepared to do that. These professional climbers are nothing less than professional athletes, true athletes. They have the skills, they have the talent, and they rely on their instincts, but more importantly, they have the courage. This is why at USANA, athletes are always celebrated. They display the very qualities that associates should. Like them, you aspire for the highest and most challenging goals. And today, we will affirm this truth with some of the country's most outstanding athletes, each one a proud USANA athlete. And here to introduce them to you is USANA Marketing Supervisor, Leo Onana.
The best in the world of sports come together to inspire and to scale new heights with all of you. Hardworking, passionate, and resilient. They are your very own USANA elite athletes. Joining us today is one of the Philippines' most sought after triathletes, and here are some of his achievements. 2018 Asian Long Distance Triathlon Bronze Medalist. 2019 Southeast Asian Triathlon Bronze Medalist. 3 times a National Triathlon Champion, and 2 times Southeast Asian Games Gold Medalist. He has proven that excellence is in everything that he does, as he is also a commercial model, motivational speaker, and one of the Philippine Air Force military reservists. Yusana Philippines, make some noise for the Philippine National Triathletes and chairman of the POC Athletes Commission, Yusana Elite Athlete Nico Huelga.
Thank you, Sir Leo, and hello, everyone. I became an athlete because doing sports and physical activities made me happy. It was that plain and simple. But when I turned 14 and around 2005, suddenly I wanted to be the best of whichever sport I was doing. To become a national athlete became my greatest goal. And in pursuing your goals, the key qualities are clear visioning, realistic approach, and being disciplined. These are very key factors. And those are important during the process on and off the grind. And in handling setbacks, self-talk and understanding that setbacks are part of the journey because they are crucial lessons in achieving your goals. They strengthen your foundation. And because of that approach, I became the first Filipino triathlete to ever won the Southeast Asian Games gold medal in 2015. You know, I thought of how all of my toughest challenges leading up to that day were all worth it. At times when I got injured, broken arm, at times I got beat up and burned out during training, flying to different competitions, those diets, those strict sleep regimens of 7 hours every day, they were all necessary parts of the process to success. There are no shortcuts, never. I'm putting my best effort on those goals each day for what motivate me. One day at a time, everyone. Leading up to that very big day to win that medal, we call that delayed gratification. And you can too. And you know, during pandemic, I thought of ways to stay productive that 2020. So I thought pursuing goals that would put value to my life. The bucket list that I've always wanted to do that I could never had time to do, which are volunteering for my foundation through relief missions, helping out donations, becoming a scuba diver, and becoming a military reservist under the Philippine Air Force. So yes, the whole 2020 was about moving forward, even if some of your main goals were given a setback. Everybody went through it. Everybody had that experience of that setback. But you have to keep going. You should never ever give up on your dreams. So to give a lasting note to kickstart the year, don't ever lose sight of your goals, everyone. You just have to keep moving and appreciate the journey no matter what happens, whether good or bad, because the challenges will never stop. You just get stronger as you fight along. And you overcome. And you become better each attempt. And one approach to keep fit and stay healthy is to take your multivitamins. And that's why I take Usana every day to stay healthy. Sharing the stage with me are two equally amazing athletes from different fields. The first one is the 2016 Rio Olympic silver medalist, Southeast Asian Games gold medalist, and one of the world's top female weightlifters. Please all welcome, all the way from Malaysia, Miss Irene Diaz. And from the world of basketball, we've invited the 6-time PBA champion, a 3-time PBA Finals MVP, a 9-time PBA All-Star, a 2-time PBA Mythical First Team, and the 2020 PBA Finals MVP. Round of applause to La Teniente, L.A. Tenorio. So Heidelin, I can ask, the life of an athlete has its ups and downs. How do you deal with each?
Yes, ang buhay na isang atleta, ang daming ups and downs. Minsan, sinasabi ko nga, minsan hindi ko kaya, pero buti na lang, mga taong nag-guide sa akin, na sinaligat. Then, siguro tinatanong ko yung sarili ko, bakit ako nandito? Kaya, nandito ako dahil mahal ko yung ginagawa ko. Mahal kong weightlifting and that's my purpose in life and I don't give up. Kasi may goal ako sa buhay.
Motivation is so difficult for everyone. In a life that has many competitive events, how do you sustain your motivation to win?
Sa totoo lang, yes, totoo, mahirap maghanap ng motivation, lalo na sa aming mga elite athlete. Siguro finding your purpose, finding your why, bakit nandun, bakit ka nandito, bakit ako nandito. Then I have my goals, then I have people na surround me. Sila yung nagbibigay ng motivation.
So for you naman, LA, in the last PBA season, you had to live inside the bubble. How did you deal with that situation? What motivated you to do your best given the difficult situation that you are away from your family?
The first time I heard that we're gonna go to a bubble, the first thing that came into my mind is really makapag-survive ba ako dito. Personally, it's really hard. I have a newborn baby. Actually, 3 weeks before entering the bubble, to be exact, my wife gave birth to my daughter. And then, the week after my wife gave birth, I was hospitalized because of appendectomy. Before entering the bubble, parang there's a lot of signs not to go inside the bubble. The thing that motivated me to go inside the bubble with my teammates, for me as one of the leaders of the team, I think it's really important na yung presence ko nandun ako, even though I don't play. As one of the leaders of the team, nakikita ko sila, nakikita nila ako. It was really scary at first kasi hindi lang you have to be ready na physically for the games. You have to be really ready mentally and emotionally. That was our first time entering the bubble, leaving our families behind for 2-3 months. Good thing na lang, we won the championship. But the best thing that happened to us there was, surprisingly, we really had a good time inside the bubble as a team. We made the most out of our time together. Na hindi lang ako nagkaroon ng mga kaibigan, nagkaroon din ako ng family. Kasi naging close kami as a PBA family because we really have to help each other inside the bubble. Because it was really not easy.
Thanks for that, Eric. Also, what has been your most difficult challenges? And how did you overcome it?
Thank you, Nico, for that question. The most difficult na experience ko in my lifetime was actually is this pandemic. For me, this is the most difficult time of my career, my life, everything. No? And I'm sure a lot of people also experience this. Na-apektuhan ako ng lockdown na to emotionally and mentally. There was this time na nung nagsa-start pa rin yung lockdown, I was really excited to work out on my own as individual. Every day, I do my workout, my routine. Parang may dumating na panahon na hindi ko na alam kung kailan natatapos to. It's gonna be like this na ba for the rest of the year? There's a lot of questions na in my mind. And yung routine ko lang everyday, pare-pareho lang. Parang hirap eh. Nagkaroon ako ng time na I have to stop. I have to stop what I'm doing. Parang nawala na ako ng pag-asa. I cannot do it every day, the same routine. Actually, more than 1 month, I stopped working out. As in, I didn't do anything. I didn't do my workout routines. I didn't do my shooting routines. Parang napo-frustrate na ako, nadi-disappoint na ako na hindi ko na alam kung kailan mangyayari ulit na I can still play basketball. This was before, talking about bubble. That was my first time to stop playing basketball for the longest time in my lifetime. Because I started playing basketball when I was 6 years old. I never stopped playing basketball. So that was my first ever long break. Long time na I didn't play basketball. So the good thing about this is nagkaroon ako ng mga group of friends. Actually, yung mga close friends ko na before pa na talagang kinakausap ko constantly. Na they really guided me. Ang malaking naging inspiration ko dito is number 1 is my family. The good thing about this is I talk to the right people. I think yun yung naging key dun eh. I think yun yung naging malaking factor na naka-recover ako. So after a month or more than a month, I got up and I started working out again because I have to. Hindi ako pwede magpatalo sa naging situation natin. So good thing, nagpabalik ko, nagkaroon na ng mga talks about the PBA bubble. So, God is really good. Binigyan niya ako ng chance to experience that. And I think ang pinakamalaking bagay doon is na-overcome ko siya and I became a better person after that. So I realized a lot of things.
Thank you, Hydrant and LA. You've heard it straight from your very own USANA elite athletes. Continue climbing up every mountain. It may not be easy, but it will surely be worth it. Never lose sight of your goals, my dear USANA family. Because this 2021, we, your USANA elite athletes, are one with you in scaling new heights in health and wellness. This has been Nico Elgas with Heidelin Diaz and Eli Tenorio, and we only trust USANA.
And there you have it. I'm sure you guys already know that these are some of the best athletes the Philippines has ever produced. And for them to be USANA athletes, well, it's a very big deal indeed. Now, there were lots of wisdom in what they were saying, and winning is not the real goal if I understand it correctly. And we're really not competing with others. They're battling with themselves or for themselves, their own self-doubt, their own fears, their own anxieties, and yet they still prevail. And that's exactly what our next rank advancers achieve, a sense of prevailing over all their fear. And these are our newest Diamond and Star Diamond directors. And here to introduce these very proud leaders is Sales Manager Joyce Ramallosa.
USANA's most coveted rank, the Diamond Directorship. Today, we are so honored to announce the newest members of this most exclusive club. All meet them.
The Ernest portrait. May mga sila, video.
Let me say Brian G. It's Mr. Energy. Right? So, yun na yun eh. Mr. Energy, full of positivity.
When you say MJ, she's the confident woman, supportive, with a heart.
10 years ago, I was a third-year engineering student when I saw USANA. And nung nakita ko siya, talagang sabi ko, dito ako tatanda ng pabata. Why? I saw the opportunity na literal, pwede mo kitain sa ibang bansa or big time, a contractor, pwede mo palang kunin dito sa opportunity na meron. Then eventually, 3 years akong part-time na sinimulan ko yung negosyo. And after 3 years, I established my business. So I met a beautiful lady during that time. And doon ako mas lalo nagseryoso sa business. Ako, first day ko pa lang sa USANA, talagang kitang-kita ko na I'm gonna build this globally. So building an empire, hindi siya madali, yes. But it's gonna be worth it. Kasi talagang tumatak na sa sarili ko, sa mindset ko na talagang, ito yung gusto kong karirin. Ito yung gusto kong maging profession. Yung to become a professional network marketer. Hindi ito yung iniisip mo lang na parang extra income, diba? Extra racket. It's running a big business globally. So kung clear yung vision mo doon, clear yung purpose mo doon, definitely clear din yung performance mo. Umulan bumagyo, no? Pumutok ng bulkan, pandemic man. End of the day, we're still here. Why? Kasi kitang-kita sa amin. Clear na clear sa akin, day one pa lang sa negosyo. Yung pangako ng company na kumita ng 1 million per month. And that's the promise. Promise na lahat nagkakataon. That's why we are here and we're still building. Pero para kitain mo yun, meron ka kailangan ibigay. Sakripisyo, puyat, no, lahat yan. Rejections, discouragements, even yung criticism ng personal na family mo. No? Hindi lahat yan sasangayin sa'yo. And that's the part of the process. Siguro for us, the challenging moment in our USANA business was the time na nagkaroon talaga kami ng congruent decision to take the lead, to take in our own path to grow our own team. Kasi dito ko talaga nakita na parang lumago ka dito sa negosyo to, wala ka talagang pwedeng kasahan kundi sa sarili ko. Kasi this is your business. No? This is your business, our business. We have to take care of our people. We have to lead our people. Mahirap siya. Talagang pinag-isipan namin. At the end of the day, it's all worth it. And that's why we are Diamond right now.
Si Brian G, siya yung nag-start talaga ng Usana sa amin dalawa. So ako nasa corporate ako.
Yep.
Yung sinabi mo before na sa Usana, ikaw na yan ikaw na si Brian G. So yung sa mundo ko naman,
ikaw si MJ.
Ako yung Brian G sa career ko.
Exactly.
So the moment na I got involved na sa business namin, nung pinalikuran ko na yun totally, parang nagkaroon ng chemistry. Siyempre, in the start, hindi naman ganun kabilis kasi nga we're both alpha. So,
may adjustment.
So, actually, isa rin yan sa reason bakit medyo tumagal kami or bumagal ng konti. Kasi before, on the first year pa lang, di ba? Parehas leader kasi. Parang ganun yung
I do it my way and her way. It's up to her.
So, wala pa kaming harmony and chemistry.
Sige, build mo yan. Leg mo yan eh.
Leg ko yan. Business center ko yan. That's it.
Ang natutunan namin yung strength namin sa couple. As an individual also. Doon namin na-realize na we just need to understand each other and to have a good communication. That's very important. We are one family, one organization, one Usana. We are Brian and MJ Ginto, your newest Diamond Directors. As we take the next step, I am sure it's going to be you because you are going to be with us.
Ryan and MJ Ginto.
When we started way back 2018, January 11, so we made sure we planned it that we made sure that we will start it with the bank. So talagang ang dami namin plinano and then yun nga talagang we give up a lot of things, we sacrifice. Most of the time, nakikita na lang kami pag or nakapag-usap kami ng maayos kapag kakain lang, mga ganun. Pero most of the time, we have our own little companion na talagang kami nagmamarket kami together, nagtitrain ako ng downlines, kami kinakausap siya na iba. So a lot of ang dami namin sacrifice na time when in our first year in Usana, this January 11 and 18. But, yun mo naman, di ba? So, lahat is nag-materialize. Kasi mo, kung mapapansin nyo yung pinagdaanan namin, ang bilis talaga yung transition namin from being one-man gold director, and then we become executive gold, and then we become ruby, and then we become diamond in just 2 years. So, sobrang bilis yung pace kasi ang dami din kasi yung sacrifice namin. At the same time, di ba? Siyempre parang new market ulit, new set of downlines, new set of leaders na kailangan mong i-groom. So, mahirap siya, pero worth it talaga siya.
Para sa akin, yung best feeling na nabigay ng Diamond Director is yung na-inspire namin, yung mga downlines namin, na kahit pandemic, kahit mahirap, kahit parang yung ibang tao hirap i-invest or ilabas yung pera to start a business, it's still nagawa namin gawin yung bagay na yun. Or nagawa namin yung Diamond Director.
I can say na perfect combination yung kaming dalawa kasi yung mga weaknesses ko, strength niya. So yung mga weaknesses niya, strength ko din. And ang good thing dito is, my wife always support me na kahit anong decisions ko or something is, minimake sure niya kung hindi nag-go yung plano ko, siya lagi is may contingency plan. Minimake sure niya na mag-work out kung ano yung sinet naming goal.
Hindi kami napagod. Kasi sobrang daming inspiration, sobrang dami na nagmo-motivate. Ang feeling namin na pag natapos pala namin to is hindi lang namin siya success, kundi success ng buong team namin.
Thank you sa asawa ko kasi syempre sobrang supportive, loving, and caring niyang wife. Nare-realize namin na hindi lang about sa amin down the line na-inspire sila na kayang-kaya pala, it's possible pala talaga sa mga. Since nire-raise namin yung bar namin. Saka yun nga, tuloy na pag-usapan namin ng wife ko, hindi lang about the business namin. It's about the businesses of our teams. Na siyempre, kailangan din nilang makuha yung mga goals nila. Kaya kung wala kang gagawin, walang mangyayari sa kanila. Kailangan, you're a leader, mag-start talaga dapat sa amin. We are Artisan
And Shaila Meram, your newest Diamond Directors, and we are going to reach more stars. Artisan and Shaila Meram.
I started Yusana way back 2012 and it's a long journey. And sobrang nakakatuwa kasi sa wakas, nandito na rin. And sobrang excited ako lalo. Alam ko, malayo pa lalong mararating. Nagsisimula pa lang. Sobrang haba man ng journey, sobrang natagalan. Pero ang importante, nakarating din. Almost 4 years ako na stagnant. Lalo this year, ang daming challenges lalo sa health ng papa ko. So, hindi talaga ako nakafocus at hindi ako nakapag-Yusana. Until May 2020, kahit pandemic, sobrang buong loob ko at gigil na gigil ako. Natulungan ko sila na ma-hit nila yung mga goals nila. Anong preparations para ma-hit yung Diamond? Una-una, nag-decide lang talaga ako. Decision na this time. Whatever it takes, tutulungan ko lahat ng mga leaders ko. Unang-una sila. Na sila naman dapat nakakakuha ng mga goals nila. So, ang ginawa ko, nag-back to basic ako. Sinimulan ko sa akin. Hindi ako nag-demand ng anything. And unti-unti, nung nagagawa ko yung basic, kailangan consistent lang talaga. Matinding focus, matinding discipline. Unti-unti nakita nila, na-inspire sila. So, mas dumali lalo sa part ko kasi hindi mo kailangan puntahan, hindi mo kailangan i-meet kung nasan sila. Kung di kahit nasa bahay ka, pwede mo silang ma-meet ng sabay-sabay. Sobrang importante ng momentum. And yun nga, hindi mo kailangang hintayin to. Kung gusto natin magkaroon ng momentum, simulan natin sarili natin. And yun yung ginawa ko. Once na na-create mo yung momentum, ripple effect siya down the line. So sa buong team natin, ramdam na ramdam siya. Pero mag-start lang muna siya sa atin. Yung fire na yun, mag-start sa atin as leaders. Kung merong 3 reasons or 3 challenges na pwede kong banggitin na lahat tayo na-experience. Una, ang pagiging defocus. Kung gusto natin magkaroon na result, kung ano man yung main goal mo, kailangan whatever takes, focus ka. Sobrang clear sa'yo kung ano ba yung hinihit mo. Almost 4 years na pagka-stagnant ko, ang daming lessons and realization. Kung gusto pa lang ma-hit talaga yung Diamond, kailangan maging comfortable ka sa pagiging uncomfortable. Embrace mo yung pressure, embrace mo lahat ng challenges, and you need to decide. And once you decide, kung ano man yung decision na yun, anumang goals, pag decided ka, walang makakapigil sa'yo. Kasi sobrang clear ng goals mo. Sa journey ko na yun, dito ko mas lalo natutunan. Maging disciplined lang talaga tayo, matinding focus, and back to basic, malayo mararating ng effect na yun. Ito rank advancement na to, sobrang importante para sa akin. And ito yung sobrang talagang tinrabaho ko kasi hindi siya para sa akin. Nangyari na lang siya, ang ginawa ko ngayon, hindi ako nag-focus sa sarili kong goal. Ang ginawa ko, tumulong ako sa maraming business partners ko. Naging effect na lang yung rank advancement ko. Pero ito, effort to ng buong team. Ginawa ko to, bumalik ako, umataw ako kasi para sa kanila. And alam ko, ito pa lang yung simula. Kung nangyari sa akin, umabot sa Diamond, sobrang possible na sila naman ang susunod. Nandiyan katakutan, and it has been a long journey. But I finally made it. And you can make it too.
Katakutan.
My name is Arvin Villanueva. I'm a nursing graduate and entrepreneur.
I'm Florence Villanueva, registered nurse by profession.
So 9 years ago, we started our USANA journey. And during that time, napakadami naming struggles, napakadami naming doubts, and sobrang natatakot kami kung ano yung mangyayari sa amin in the future. But right now, fast forward, we're now Diamond directors. Si RV, isa siyang makulit, na parang bata. Pero kapag merong goal, hindi siya papayag na hindi niya to makukuha. Pwede pala ako maging Diamond director na medyo maligalig, di ba? Pero seryoso sa life goals.
Ako naman am the one na medyo strict ako eh. Tapos medyo organized when it comes to hitting goals and doing the business. So from there, nagkakaroon talaga kami ng chemistry para mas ma-hit yung mga bigger goals namin dito sa USANA.
Para sa amin ng rank advancement, it symbolizes personal development, your team growth.
So rank advancement is really for our team din. Kumbaga, once you rank advance, nakikita rin kasi ng team na kayang-kaya siya talagang trabahuin.
Pipilitin mo yung sarili mo na magtrabaho ka na lang. And at the same time, dahil may goal ka. So sa akin, yun yung papawanatili sa amin ng momentum. Dapat magalan namin ginawa to. Kasi we know, deserve namin to. And deserve ng team namin na makita nila na meron silang leader na Diamond Director para sila, kaya nila makopy or pwede nilang hibitan pa yung results namin.
Before we hit the Diamond Directorship, we had a 2-rank advancement before that. So 3 months yung difference niya. So from there, one thing lang na na-realize namin, yung speed. Kailangan kasama siya talaga to do the business para habang na-achieve mo yung isang bagay. The team itself, your downline itself, nakukopy rin nila yung speed na kayang bilisan talaga tong negosyong to. The fact pa lang na narinig namin na Diamond na kami, yun pa lang parang best feeling na siya. Kasi syempre tinarabaho namin siya for almost 9 years. So parang for us, it's really the best na achievement namin. Parang start pa lang talaga ng journey namin sa USANA.
To be honest, when we were starting our business, hindi ko naman talaga yung sobrang pinangarap eh. Parang at that time, ang pangarap ko lang at least go director, kumita ng maayos, pwede na. Pero ngayon, the fact that Diamond Director kami, we are living our dreams, we have a sustainable organization, we can buy the things that we want. Yun pa lang, parang dream come true na siya eh. So right now, at our stage, we are just really paying forward and going for more.
Hindi ko siya talaga mag-gauge kung paano yung happiness namin. Pero actually, we're really, hindi lang contented, pero alam mo yung nag-open ng maraming doors to achieve more talaga.
We are really contented. But ayokong mag-settle for less. Especially right now, naniniwala ako, nasa peak kami ngayon ng career namin. So definitely, the best is yet to come for RV and Florence. We're RV.
And Florence Villanueva.
And our great story in USANA has just begun.
And we're preparing for our constellation of the stars.
RV and Florence Villanueva.
Para sa amin, ang rank advancement is it's showing the way that it's possible, inspiring the team na kaya talaga. Like when we were starting, na-inspire talaga kami sa mga rank advancement na nangyayari sa USANA. And sabi namin sa sarili namin, balang araw kami rin, balang araw ipapakita din namin na kaya din talaga namin ng rank advancement.
Ever since talaga na we started the business here in Baguio City, yun na talaga yung naging trend namin. Kaming laging highest rank na nagpapakita dun sa mga associates namin. It's really possible. Paano mapapakita dun sa mga leaders namin? That's really possible by leading the way, by really showing them. And that's been our story ever since when we got promoted to director, to silver, to gold, to ruby, to emerald. Laging kami nung una kasi we really wanted to show our leaders nga na posible talaga siya. One challenge na na-encounter namin was yung transition from face-to-face to online. Kami kasi as leaders, I think through our experience, we were already built to really be adaptive, to really adjust. Unfortunately, yung mga leaders na kasama namin during face-to-face, hindi lahat nakapag-adjust. Nalungkot, but syempre, di ba, the show must go on. We still need to lead. So if they would eventually adapt sa change, edi they're still, di ba, will give the support that they need. But ngayon na may mga bago nang nag-join, we really need to give them more attention.
Personally, ako naman, naging challenge sa akin is talagang nadagdagan yung task ko. Ang mindset ko that time is ako yung sa technical side and all kasi nakahati yung task ko for being a first time mom, di ba? Tapos I have a toddler. Nung nag-transition kami ng online, I needed to really adjust my time, yung effort na ibibigay ko rin bilang mother ng business namin, di ba? So, maraming adjustment pero somehow nakaya rin naman.
We already learned from our experience sa mga past rank advancements natin. Diba? Kasi nag-rank advance tayo, tapos we didn't set the next goal. Yung isa ng mga rank advancement natin, pagka-rank advance natin, nagpahinga tayo. So, nakakatuwa nga the more that we move up the ranks, the more lessons that we gain. It's another challenge, but it's another huge lesson na gusto namin i-apply sa business namin. And this time, alam na namin. I remember, yun na nga, when we were at the verge of quitting way back 2014, parang hindi na namin nakikita yung magiging progreso ng ginagawa namin. We had a lot of failures in terms of our finances and even leading the team and even leading ourselves. I think it was also a key part para maka-achieve kami ng success from those failures. And siguro ako personally, alam ng wife ko, meron kasi akong fear of success kasi nga noon hindi ko na-handle yung success, how it should be handled. And I do believe na as we transitioned in becoming diamond directors, kaya ganito pala yung pakiramdam, parang ang next na namin tinitignan is who will be the next diamond under our organization. Kasi sabi sa amin, ang major ranks lang daw sa USANA is gold director and diamond director. So ngayon na diamond, parang, who's next? Di ba? Sino yung next na nating tutulungan naman? We are Jever.
And Caroline Santos, we've reached this far and we have no plans of slowing down.
We will continue to develop the next generation of leaders.
See you at the top.
Beverly and Caroline May Santos.
Here in USANA, rank advancement is a team effort. When you rank advance, it only means your team is growing. Being new in USANA is a struggle for me. I was used for being where I am good at, especially in my profession as a customs broker for many years. With the help of the team and my mentors, everything was lighter, especially when you have all the support needed. I have already plotted my goals months before my run. It was not a decision by accident nor by chance. It was a decision done intentionally and making sure everything was doing well that led me where I wanted to go. I made sure that what I am currently doing should be aligned to my goal and my direction. I tried to unlearn everything I know outside USANA to make way for new learnings. I have to be teachable. I learned the business as fast as I could. And I simply shared all the learnings to my business partners. Leonardo Abay-Abay, commonly called as Ding, is like any other ordinary person. But what makes him unique in his own way is that he has a heart to help others inside and outside USANA. He is pursuing his USANA business to support his charity, the Amazing Grace Charity Incorporated. Of course, I am the happiest, but deep within, I realized that I have a big responsibility ahead of me to help my leaders, associates grow. At first, I thought I couldn't make it because I know my capacity and I know myself too well. The best feeling is that I surprised myself that I have the potential to break my limitations and reach new heights. I am still being abay-abay people know of, just healthier and happier version now.
Leonardo Abay-Abay.
Journey.
And Karen Bachelier.
And it all started in 2012 when she decided to start Isana. And then eventually, after a year, I decided to join her. And after 5 years, we're here right now as Diamond Directors of Isana Philippines.
The journey wasn't really easy. We are so grateful that we have a downlines no na kasama talaga namin sa bahay kasi yung time na yon na second week, third week, we had so many challenges no. Given that we had a pandemic, right? We focus on the solution, not on the problem. And we are so grateful in our team, of course, because we did a business continuity plan na hindi pa naman talaga nagla-lockdown. And yet, talagang prepare na rin kami with our mentors. That's why nung nag-lockdown, ayan, ready na. So we maximize the online, so Zoom meetings. And of course, sobrang grateful sa corporate kasi ang dami talagang mga trainings, yung support system, no, na kami as an associate of Isana, we are so blessed, no? Hindi kami na problema sa products, deliveries, at all. Sobrang galing ng mga corporate.
It really starts with that decision. So you make that decision to really go for that path, whatever it is. You want to be a diamond director, push yourself, decide, and of course, commit to that decision. So every day you make that commitment that you will, of course, be consistent in the things that you do or the things that you have to do. The habits, the habits is very important. Once you start to create good habits, that will eventually lead to productivity. I believe that's a very important thing. Creating massive momentum. And of course, you have to take massive action. Talking to a lot of people, not just your downlines, not just your leaders, but also a lot of prospects, possible clients, and future customers as well. So it's really all about the activities that you have every single day that will make or that will create that momentum required for you to hit diamond directorship. Hard work. It's really hard. There are no shortcuts, especially in Isana. It really requires for you to be as hardworking as you can be. And sometimes it requires you to push yourselves to your limits, but it will all be worth it, of course. And one thing that we've learned from our leaders as well is that they are really goal-driven. If there was one strength that you have, what would it be? I believe for me, it's resiliency. So learning how to bounce back from challenges to challenges. Doesn't matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you get back up. Well, we forgot how to quit. So literally, it was never an option to quit. Not everybody would really endure the process. No? But for those who do, I believe everything's worth it. Most people, they're afraid of growth because it is painful to grow. Every time you learn something new, every time that you do something different, you will fail, of course. Eventually, you will feel pain, you will feel discouragement, and you will feel the hesitation to do so. But growth is actually very rewarding in its own sense because it's something that you can take advantage of every time that you accomplish something. It's really rewarding. You'll never know if your business is doing good if it's not growing. So we have to really grow our business every year. During the past 2 years, nagkaroon kami ng problem. I think that was 2017.
Yeah.
2017 and 2018, we lost momentum and our business actually went down. But 2019, we were able to recover and 2020 was our breakthrough year.
Thank you to everyone who has been part of our journey.
We didn't do this by ourselves, but we did it together.
And again,
this is Jermaine
and Karen Bachelier. And finally, we made it.
Arlene and Karen Bachiller. Congratulations to all our Diamond Directors. Next on our list of exemplary USANA associates are your Executive Star Diamond Directors.
Ako ba? Okay. When we started USANA, may mga tiningnan kaming mga tao that help us pursue, help us push through, na naging inspiration namin not to quit, diba? Not to give up. And we felt like since it's about time na kami naman yung magbibigay ng inspiration na yon dun sa mga tao na this time, sila naman yung next in line, na next na eventually that's looking for inspiration, looking for hope, and alam mo yun, naghihintay na lang talaga sila ng breakthrough.
Itong One Star is para sa mga taong nagtiwala through ups and downs, na just to really show them na it's really possible na in spite of the pandemic and yung mga challenges, kaya mo mag-grow and kumbaga even though okay na yung kinikita, it's really going outside of the comfort zone to show people and inspire people na meron pang mas magandang result na nag-aabot.
This time, I really want to give the credit to my husband.
And thank you. For me, it was really just a decision. Kumbaga, lahat naman minsan to, parang every single year we're setting goals. Pero at the end of the day, it's really about doing the dirty things. Is doing the hard work each and every single day. Yung mga bagay na nakakasawa, na nakakapagod, present pa ulit-ulit, train pa ulit-ulit, no? And yun talaga yung money making in this business eh. Kumbaga, hindi pwedeng yung puro pa-arrive, hindi pwedeng puro, alam yung pakul lang, pakaway-kaway, and everything, ABC rule nga sinasabi. Pero it's really the little things, no, that really matters. And it always takes one decision talaga. No? So yung One Star talaga, it's just really one decision na talagang okay, I'm going back to work, going back to the basics. Yung mga, alam mo, gusto mo talaga ma-achieve, no? Lalabas ka talaga ng comfort zone eh. When you get kasi isang sponsor na maayos, no? It creates energy eh. And yung energy na yun nakakahawa. And what I realized is, momentum kapag yung leader talaga humahataw, nahahawa talaga yung organization.
Yung momentum kasi, it's easier to actually create that if you are moving. Kasi you can never create momentum kung hindi ka naman gumagalaw.
Kung may pinaka-grateful ako, yun yung mga tao talagang nag-stick sa amin. So nagsisimula kami during the time na ligaw kami, hindi namin alam anong gagawin. And syempre, I'm very thankful to my wife. No? Kasi kung hindi naman niya pinush yung USANA, wala kami dito. Okay? And syempre yung trabaho, yung sacrifices with the family, I'm very grateful.
Thank you. So then, I'm very grateful to my husband. Yan, kasi without him, lahat ng to, syempre it's not possible. Kasi it's para tong para tong tandem para tong John and Marcia. Para tong B1 and B2. But anyway, ang laking bagay na we are working this as a couple. Kasi talagang yung tandem namin and yung dynamics namin together, it really helps us build the business.
We are Josh
and Mads Purpose,
and we are changing the game.
Executive One Star Diamond Directors. Josh and Mads Purpose.
I am Doc Edu Bulaños, your Executive One Star Diamond Director. I've been doing USANA since 2011, so for 9 years now. After years and years of doing the business and rank advancement, so now I was able to hit the Executive One Star level intentionally. Reaching One Star was really to inspire my associates particularly, it's for the team, it's for them. It's putting the interest of people under my organization first. Growth is actually the term that is synonymous to success, particularly when you talk about this kind of business. So there's no way that you can grow your business if you will not intentionally grow. So in this business, it is really crucial that you're intentionally growing your mindset and then your skills, your attitude, all of those things. Before 2020, everything was planned well. And then, I think a couple of months, lockdown came. That's a good thing. Usana was able to prepare all of us, thanks to Usana. Grabe, that within 24 hours, they were able to shift no, from the old world to the online world, the so-called new world. It became what? A lot easier for us to get people to the Zoom, to the online presentations. We became what? More focused on the business. Ang ganda lang talaga na naging result. We're able to synchronize everyone in the team. That instead of focusing on the problems, we instead diverted our attention to focusing on the solutions, becoming more and more proactive so that we can move forward. Rank advancement to 1 star was actually intentional. I told myself that yes, as a leader, I need to inspire my team, inspire all my leaders, the people, the entire organization. So I realized there's not much time waiting. So this is it. I need to rank advance. I must say that with the results that I have right now, I am more than fulfilled actually. Since the time I started 9 years ago. And looking back now, hindi ko talaga akalain na ito na yon. I'm living the dream. But more than that also is the happiness that I get from the life of my leaders na kitang-kita mo talaga na nag-i-improve din talaga sila. So yun yung pinakamalaking reward. Tama lang naniwala talaga ako sa Usana. And all that my mentors would tell me, look Edu, all these trade-offs, puyat, pagod, sakripisyo, bayad na yan. Bayad na yan. And sabi ko, tama, totoo talaga. Doc Edu Bolaños, your executive 1-star Diamond Director and a member of the prestigious $1 Million Club member. At the end of this all, it's not about his story. It's about your story. It's not about his stars. It's about your stars because definitely you are part of the constellation of stars in the Usana universe. And he will be very, very much happy and fulfilled seeing all of you reaching the heights of your dreams.
Executive 1-star Diamond Director, Doc Edu Bolaños.
Raj and Ryan are executive 2-star Diamond Directors. We are business partners, and we have been business partners actually since high school.
Thinking about it now, we've been doing Usana for 1/3 of our lives already. So it just feels so good that we've been doing it in the beginning as newbies.
And we started the business of Usana. We joined back in 2009. Well, I remember the first time we ran for rank advancement, a major rank advancement, which was gold directorship. I was panicking. But as time went on, we got the hang of it. We knew what was supposed to be done. So I guess it really just takes practice and experience to really understand how rank advancement works.
This rank advancement is really just in keeping with our philosophy that for us to really exercise our leadership, we must always walk our talk. It's about proving to ourselves again and again that we're growing, we're getting better, and we're able to inspire our downlines to do more. So this rank advancement is just a testament for us that we're actually walking our talk, and we hope our downlines would be doing the same.
Personal rank advancement is important. Personal momentum is important. But on top of that, I think that's why everyone is performing because we're focusing on creating an environment where they would want to succeed
And for us to have kept this momentum throughout the years, I think it's one team philosophy that we have. And it's primarily to always work with the people who have ambition. When you always consciously try to work with the people like them, rank advancement is easy. First thing that I consider to be our strength is that we always keep the basics the basics. We believe the business is still more or less the same. So for you to rank advance, you should reach out to as many people as you can and then develop as many leaders as you can. So you need to focus on the right people. Selecting the right people is very, very important for personal growth and of course the growth and momentum of your team. So yes, we are happy that we reached the rank 2-star, but of course that is not the end of the business. Again, the goal is more bigger. So I guess success is very far away from, from what we still have right now. We're really, really grateful to be part of an amazing community that is USANA Philippines. Because as we look back, when we were starting back in our day one, we really had no idea how to do this business.
Thank you to everyone. And again, like Ryan said, thank you to the whole USANA community because during this pandemic, we were actually able to maximize what we have been saying all along that USANA is a home-based business.
In being part of the community throughout the years, it has nurtured us to be the successful people that we are now. Now that we've proven that USANA is a business you can build from wherever,
you can literally build the business from anywhere in the world, and that is very, very exciting. So I'm looking forward to more innovative ways of doing trainings.
So USANA is more exciting than ever for me.
We don't know how big it could get right now, but definitely it's going to be way bigger than we ever thought it would have been.
Executive 2-star Diamond Directors, Rajneesh Sogi and Ryan Tan.
In hitting more stars in USANA, the number one thing that we need to address is the mindset of an individual. They must transform first the mindset to be a real winner in USANA. And then the second thing is that they must be ready to really work hard because when you want to have success, meaning working it very, very hard. And the last thing that they need to consider is that they need to consider that they have to be resolved that in this business, nothing can stop you to be successful as long as you like to progress and continue to grow in your business.
Our mindset after all the rank advancement is never to rest. That is very crucial moment that when you are running. So never rest and keep on setting goals.
Any rank advancement in USANA, especially me and Jonaline, so we always look at the growth of our people before we'll be deciding to run, especially new rank advancement, meaning to say new lines of leaders that will be going with you in your journey to the next level. So the growth and development of your people is the most critical part in doing a new rank advancement. The lesson we learned in reaching our current rank is that it reminded us that whenever we keep going in our business, whenever we keep rank advancing in our business, it means we are helping another leader rank advance also in our team.
As Star Diamond Directors, we are driven,
Unstoppable,
resilient,
and relentless individuals.
the best feeling of being a 4-star Diamond Director is knowing that we grow as an individual and as a team.
Yes, it's true, it's growth, but more importantly is the impact that we created in our organization, meaning we help a lot of people under our organization become a leader and become successful in this business. We are Executive 4-star Diamond Directors of USANA, Ranel Blanco,
Jonaline Blanco,
and we are unstoppable.
Executive 4-star Diamond Directors, Ranel and Jonaline Blanco. Congratulations to all our awardees. Your whole USANA family is very proud of your accomplishments.
Well, there are a lot of perks with reaching that highly sought after summit, the title of Diamond Director and the higher ranks. You can begin to think about the lifestyle of those who reach the executive diamond rank. Being the creme de la creme of USANA, sending that summit entitles them to a mind-boggling, all expenses recognition trip. And the next executive diamond summit destination is literally a mountain peak. Why don't we all take a look at this? Wow, Peru, Machu Picchu, what a destination. Absolute bucket list. I think I could actually start with USANA already, just for that incentive trip. Well, would you believe it? We're already halfway done in this amazing grand celebrations, and that means more incredible stories that are sure to inspire. Speaking of stories, thank you for tagging me in all of your stories. I love seeing them. It just shows that we are live together in this wonderful event, and more impressive recognition that will definitely motivate you all to scale new heights are in store for that second session this afternoon. As we take a short break, we encourage all of you to explore our virtual lobby where you will find the most interesting and very exciting features. We'll be right back, my friends. Keep those devices open and charged. Keep tagging me in the stories. I'd love to say hi to all of you. I'll be catching up in just a little while. Hang tight for now.
Great. Super fan. I don't know. Machu Picchu? I don't know.
The healthiest, most energetic, most useful you is right here in your cells. They're coded with the power to create vibrant health. We've learned how to nourish them with good food and good nutritional supplements. But did you know that as your cells work for you and fight for you in countless astonishing ways, they're communicating? So, what if you could speak this cellular language? What if the next generation of nutritional supplements could signal your body to be its best? In short, what if you could talk to yourselves? Think about it. Because now you can, with intelligence, only from USANA.
Sabihin mo, hindi ka naman sure. Basta ano, i-prepare mo lang. Sama ko maximum kasi hindi ko pwede
Thank you.